Good evening and welcome to a drizzly and dreary Maiden Castle for PalTV's coverage of the Floodlit Cup Women's Football Final. The tie is Josephine Butler A against South Trevs A, and it's set to be a great night, guys. I'm sat here with Steph Ormond and Joe Harston. Say hello, guys.
Hi there.
Hi, everyone.
And it's an exciting one. The fans that have made it here look to be in fine voice. That looks like Tim Luckhurst, but we might not talk about him. Yeah, absolutely. This is set to be a great event. South Trevs team set up this year, but Trevs actually played Jobo in the last women's Floodlit final back in 2020, and Trevs won that one 3-2. So you'd hope that the South players have only made them better, and they've had another 2 years of experience. But if you look at the Premier League tables, at the moment, Jobo A are sat in third, whereas Trevs sat back down in fifth, level with Van Milder and Hildbeed. What are you expecting tonight, Steph?
Well, I'm expecting a lot of action on the pitch tonight, George, especially since it is very cold where we are sitting, and I imagine it is colder even beyond the rafters where we are. So I expect definitely a lot of running around and also maybe a few goals here and there, especially since it is, as you say, the final.
Absolutely. We'll have to hope the action is hot enough to heat us up. Joe, what are you expecting?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping for plenty of goals. I've been at the last two South and Trevs games and scored 4 in the last one against Cuts, 3 in the one before that, so hopefully lots of goals to see tonight.
Absolutely, and the game is just about to kick off, and so I'll ask for your predictions, guys. Have you got any feelings either way? What are you expecting, Joe?
Since South have played slightly more games in this, and Trevs of course, in this tournament so far, I'm going to go for a 2-1 South Trevs win.
And for you, Steph?
I have a feeling since Jobo have been in this position before, perhaps they might come out on top again. But as kick-off has started, we shall see.
Absolutely, and the game is underway. And the ball straight over the top, heading into the... Oh, it's straight. It's headed back to the Jobo keeper, Georgina Solly, who kicks it down to the halfway line, and it's heading out wide. Well, I'm hoping that plenty of you are watching us at home, especially those of you that probably haven't made it down, as the weather has really turned on us. It is pretty miserable here at Maiden Castle. But there's still plenty of fans out here that seem to be in fine voice. There's a throw in there, heading down the outside and straight back out again. This looked like a cagey start. And the ball comes back in for Trev South there. And it's back out for a third consecutive throw-in. This is just getting very blocked up on the right-hand side. You think there might be some early match nerves for a big final. I'm sure the players have been thinking about this all week since they won their respective semi-finals last time out. For Jobo, that was a 3-3 draw. They won on penalties against Collingwood, which is actually the only game they've played so far in this Floodlit final, in this Floodlit series. And for there you saw 2 goals from one striker, Emily Baker, and the other from Katie Shingler. But Jobo actually got byes through the first and second rounds thanks to John Snow and Hatfield Aiden's team both pulling out. However, Trevs South have had to play all 4 of their games. They've had a really tough run, but they've really come out on top. They beat Castle 2-0 in the first round and then battled to a 3-0 victory over Milder on a similarly wet day in the quarterfinals before a very strong 4-2 semi-final win over Cuths. This was a real close, dramatic tie. Liz Hendricks, who starts today at number 10 for South Trevs, won and scored a penalty there to win them the game. The ball is... It's really not not been an overly exciting start so far. Not too much going on, but Jobo are starting to come forward and they've lost it again. And we're now on to throw-ins on the opposite side. Joe, what do you think of the start?
Yeah, it's been very cagey, which can be expected from cup finals. It is often a cagey start with these kind of games. No one really wants to make too much of a mistake. But plenty more to go, and hopefully we'll still see some goals.
Absolutely. So, as far as I can see, Butler are lining up in a 4-4-2. They've got Georgina Solly in goal, Erin Robson at right back, Esme G and Catherine Evans at centre back, Anna Horton at left back, Tara Kane and Ellie Starr in central midfield, with Chloe Burgess on the left wing and Sam Saimi on the right wing, and then Katie Shingler and Emily Baker up front. This is a very strong lineup with 5 DU athletes. We've got Georgina Solly in goal, Erin Robson, Esme G, Sam Saimi and Emily Baker have all represented DUWAFC at some point this year. Trev South, on the other hand, are lining up in more modern, maybe 4-2-3-1. They've got Anya Nash in goal. Now, an interesting thing about Anya is apparently she's not really a keeper. They've just run out of better options. It's the South captain said on the Facebook event for this game, Anya isn't a goalkeeper. Anya hates being a goalkeeper. Anya is our best goalkeeper. And then I'm just going to pass you over to Steph Ormer to update you on what's going on the pitch.
So we had a little bit of a sort of a tackle which went a little bit tipsy on the ground, and now we've got Trev South possession, kicking it towards the goal, and now it's gone off to the side again. And the fun thing about Trev South is they haven't really performed together until like the first few weeks of term, so they have only been practicing together for not very long at all, despite making it to the final tonight. And also they've had very limited training time as well due to problems with numbers, so the fact that they're able to be here tonight is also quite a feat on their part.
And all of a sudden, you saw that speculative effort for South Trevs down the other end, and now the ball's coming in for Butler. I mean, this is really starting to open up slightly. You can see some real speed across the pitch. It's really quite impressive. Oh. Yeah, this is really starting to liven up slightly. Steph?
I must say, George, this is starting to get a little bit exciting, and the crowd will definitely agree with you. You can hear a few screams from now. Hopefully no inappropriate chants coming from there.
Absolutely. The less said about them, hopefully, the better. So we now have a Trev South throw down the right-hand side, coming from Captain Megan Morris. Megan Morris is a final year DU athlete, apparently hasn't lost a Floodlit game since coming to Durham. Will this be her first, or can she leave with a perfect unbeaten run? That's certainly one to look out for. Anyway, back to running through the Trev South team. After Anya Nash in goal, they've got Daisy Wallace at right back, the aforementioned captain Megan Morris alongside Giovanna Thomas at centre back, Amber Chivers at left back, and then Katie Keeler and Caitlin Ellis in midfield. Caitlin Ellis is the South captain representative. And then two wingers in Lara Tolley and Jess Pericleus. Liz Hendricks is sat in the number 10 role behind Kiva White up front. Trev South also have 5 DU players, with Megan Morris, Katie Keeler, Jess Pericleus, Liz Hendricks and Kiva White all having previously played for DUWAFC. And Trev South now have the ball back. Trev South have been pressing slightly better, and Jobo have been playing on the break early on, but hasn't really been any strong chances so far. We saw that speculative Trev South effort early on, but apart from that, it's just been back and forth. Anything to add, Joe?
Yeah, just a very end-to-end game so far. It was a cagey start, but the chances for both teams, no clear-cut ones, but a few long-range efforts from South Trevs. Some good sweeping up at the back from the back line of South Trevs as well, so I think it definitely goes in this one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially on a wet pitch at the speed they're playing, it looks like we might see a couple of mistakes tonight, which and is here going to be one of them. That is some incredible pace shown from the Butler striker there. The ball comes into the middle and it's cleared up quite nicely there from the Trev South centre back. But it's coming back in for Butler. And over to Steph.
Yeah, just from that, George, you have to admit Butler have made a valiant effort to get it down to this side of the pitch as well tonight. But it appears the ball has rolled almost towards us right now, and let's see whether there'll be a throw-in from here.
Yeah, and so Trev South centre-back Giovanna Thomas is going to be taking this throw-in. Interestingly, wearing number 10 for centre-back. That is slightly unorthodox, but whatever you choose. If she's a 10 at heart, she's a 10 at heart. Oh, some strong pressing there from Trev South. And it's collected by Georgina Solly at the back there for Jobo. Jess Pericleous there with a pass down to the striker Kiva White, but she doesn't quite get to it. And the Jobo defender has got into corner and she's just taken it out there, so that will be another throw-in to Trev South in the attacking third. They really have been sort of knocking it in and out a bit there. Throw in there, Pericleous down to the byline and it's out for a goal kick. Another Jobo goal kick. She's been kicking long so far, so I imagine that will keep coming. They don't seem keen to play it out of the back really, especially in these conditions. It's very understandable. Oh. Jobo do have some very quick players up front, and so they are trying to take advantage of that on the counter, but currently Trev South are marshalling the defence very well. Megan Morris and Giovanna Thomas at the back are doing a really, really strong job in tough conditions. Okay. Some nice attempt at link-up play there between White and Hendricks, but it didn't quite come off, and Butler have the ball once again. Down the right-hand side there with Erin Robson. We have another throw-in. We can't keep the ball in for love nor money at the moment. A battle there out on the left wing between Trev's wing. And we have a goal! Oh, that is brilliant stuff. That looks to be Kiva White that's got that one. A bit of a slip up at the back there from Butler, and Trev South have an early lead. Run us through that one, Joe.
Yeah, it was really well kept in on the left-hand side. She manages to keep it in past the defender and just plays it into White, who finishes really well. The keeper was quick out to it, but it's a great move right there.
I think actually that might be Hendricks. I think we may have unfortunately misnamed the goal scorer there. We are doing our best, and Hendricks has the ball again out on the right wing. And Steph, what have you got to say?
What I've got to say is definitely from that last goal, George, there's one thing about Trev South, and it's definitely perseverance from what we can see on the pitch as well. They are moving with absolute speed, especially down towards the goal once more again. However, the Butler defence is pretty strong.
And Butler are breaking here on the counter. It looked like just for a second there she was going to step back to play it through and then took the long range effort. Seemed like maybe not the best decision, but testing Anya Nash, who's not as she and her teammates will admit, not really a keeper in these conditions, is probably not the worst idea for Butler. They'll know that if they can take their opportunities, that Anya Nash might not be providing the strongest line of defence there. So we are 13 minutes in, and it is 1-0 Trev South here on PalTV's coverage of the Women's Football Floodlit Finals here at Maiden Castle. And Hendricks has the ball again. She is just really proving a nuisance in the middle there for South Trevs. She's really just exploiting the space. She's popping up in pockets between the lines, and Butler really don't know what to do about her. First goal was phenomenally well taken, and now she's on corners. Joe, where do you see the game going from here? Oh! Sorry, I will pass that over to Joe in a second. That was nearly a goal directly from a corner. It's bounced back off the post. Oh! That was a brilliant passage of play from Trevs, and Megan Morris has tried her luck there from 20 yards on the half volley, and it's just gone over. You saw it dipping. Excellent effort. Anyway, Joe, I was going to head back over to you a second ago. So, where do you see this game going from here? Do you think Joe Bow are going to just keep heading on the counter, or are they going to change their tactics early?
Well, if they can take advantage of the high line that South and Trevs are playing, especially in the wet conditions, I can definitely see them slipping through a good ball, through to the strikers. It's the high line I would be slightly concerned about if I was part of South and Trevs right now, because there's been a few occasions, especially if they get complacent after the goal, where Jobo could find a way through.
And this might just be an example of that. Jobo have the ball, but again, South Trevs are getting back very quickly and very strong. And the flag is up there for offside against the Butler striker. So Megan Morris will take the free kick here for South Trevs. And Jobo picked that straight back up from the free kick. It's not the best, but South Trevs are just pressing so aggressively. It's really quite modern tactics for a Floodlit final. You've got the high line, you've got an aggressive press. Pep Guardiola would be proud. And Jobo get the ball again. South, but Jess Pericles is away, and no, that's back out for another throw in here. Oh, it is not very warm here at Maiden Castle. It is absolutely tipping it down with rain and showing no signs of stopping it. Steph, you've got a big coat on.
Yes, George, thankfully I do have a nice warm coat on. However, the table unfortunately is getting wetter than the ceiling at Clute, so we're just having to protect all our equipment here right now. But yes, it seems to be really heating up on the pitch between Trev South and Butler tonight, especially as they try to press on with each other.
Absolutely, and Trev South again are pressing forward here. Just no one could quite get on the end of that through ball, and Georgina Solly has it again in goal for Jobo. You assume this is going straight back at the high line, and it is. It's going to bounce through, but doesn't quite make it as far as a striker. Meg Morris picks it up again, and Jess Pericles now has it down the right wing. She's very quick, and that was a good a good chance, but no one could quite get anywhere near it. The wind started to pick up here, and our our papers are well, flying everywhere, unfortunately. So if you heard any technical malfunctions there, I apologise. I mean, we're now nearly 18 minutes into the game. It seems like it's probably been 18 throw-ins. It's really both teams trying to play it down the right slightly. That was speculative, you'd say, from Trev South, and the ball heads out for a corner because it was deflected. Liz Hendricks will go over to that, the scorer of the only goal in the game currently. She has been wreaking havoc in the centre of the park for South Trevs. Her last corner hit the post. What will this one do? It's going to be an outswinger. And it's in! 2-0 South Trevs! That is brilliant stuff.
I must say this has definitely changed my expectations of the game, with Trev South being 2-0 up with Butler as well. So this is definitely starting to heat up in the crowd once again. Not sure if you can hear that at home, but if you can, it's definitely ecstatic tonight.
Absolutely. I think that was Katie Keeler that got on the end of it. She looks to be one of the taller players on the Trev South team, and that was just caught an edge on it. It looped into the corner. Now, just 20 minutes in, they say 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, but it does seem quite a long way back for Butler. What do you say, Joe?
Yeah, they just caught him off guard with that corner there. Good ball into the front post, and looping header, just keeper couldn't do anything about it. 2-0 definitely looks a more comfortable lead now, and if they keep playing like this, there's no reason why they can't make it more.
Absolutely. It's whether they... I think the big question for South Trevs is, can they keep up this energy for 70 minutes? It's through again. It's 3! Elation for South Trevs, and within 20 minutes they have a 3-0 lead.
I can't believe it. We've got 3-0 up with the second and third goal only about a minute apart from each other. George, what do you have to say to that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's 2 goals in less than 2 minutes. Butler look deflated. I mean, there's still 50 minutes here to go at Maiden Castle, but the question really is, how many can Trev South score rather than will Butler get into it at this point? Butler's whole game plan seemed to be based on hitting it long and trying to break on the counter, but South Trevs will now be able to sit back and defend their lead. So really tactically, Butler are going to have to come up with a new plan if they want to get anything out of this game or even get a goal. I said at the beginning of the game that you can hear some excitable fans around us, but I said at the beginning of this game that the addition of South might make the Trevs team that won this tournament 2 years ago better, and it really seems to have. This has been a really impressive start. They've been quick. I mean, Butler's defenders just don't know what to do about the link-up play or the direct running. Joe, if you were the Butler coach right now, what would you be saying to the players?
You're just going to try and keep the spirits up. It's a cliche, but try and think it's still 0-0. You've got to try and get back into it. I have to change something. You've got to try and hope that this South Trevs back line, it's still high up. They can still capitalise on that, and the energy won't keep up forever. So they just have to try and keep in it. Maybe get a goal before half time. Definitely don't concede again before half time, and make sure you can try and get back into it in the second half.
Absolutely, Joe. Thanks for that. And yeah, you see the pressure here from Butler, but Megan Morris is all over that.
Let's see what moves Butler will make now as another throw. Seems to have been stopped from Morris from being thrown on. Seems to be some sort of change on the pitch right now. Some sort of... Oh, throwing the shirt away. Not quite far enough though. And now that's been taken offside, and hopefully that seems to be resolved.
Yeah, absolutely. Caitlin Ellis just with a quick kit change in the middle there. Caitlin is the South captain of this team to Megan Morris's Trev's captain. In her pre-match profile, she described her biggest weakness as growing, but that has not stopped many footballers' great careers before. Diminutive, you'd say. The energy seems to have just dropped out of this game slightly. The Butler players, you see the hands on hips there. You imagine they're just thinking, well, what do we do now?
Well, with one question to ask, do you think Trev South having two captains has been a main factor in their performance tonight?
Well, I think having two leadership figures on the pitch can be a good thing and a bad thing. I think too many cooks can spoil the broth, but it is also another head and another set of expertise in the squad. And South Trevs are breaking again here, but the ball ends up. It was Jess Pericleus and Kiva White there running forward. Ends up with Georgina Solly, and we're starting to hear some slightly more lively chants from the crowd to our right. Jobo tries to get it forward again, but it's South Trevs once again, and they're playing it through the middle. But that will be nicely collected by Erin Robson, the right back of Butler. Hendricks with a quick throw in, and Hendricks has the ball again. That's only gone back as far as Caitlin Ellis, but the ball has then ended up back towards the Butler half. And that's out for what looks set to be another throw-in. Is this a break for Butler? No. Immediately straight back with Katie Keeler in the South Trevs midfield. And that is a beautiful ball through to Liz Hendricks, who puts it across the face of goal but can only get as far as Georgina Solly. There were two South Trevs players running onto that, but neither of them could quite make it. And that again, Butler are trying, but just ends up back with Jess Pericleus of South Trevs. Over the top. And you see a battle here between Amber Chivers of South Trevs and the two Jobo players, Chloe Burgess and Katie Shingler up front. That's out for another throw-in, but Butler, this is one of the first times in a while we've seen them really have a sort of concerted move forward, a sustained period of pressure. But again, Chivers gets rid of that very nicely for South Trevs, and they have the ball to get back to Anya Nash in goal. Joe, who are your standout performers of the game so far?
I definitely think that one of the Trev South captains, Morris, has been excellent so far. It was a really dominant defensive performance so far. We see her again here with another one. Really good performance from her so far. Just proper leadership display. I thought you might have jinxed it at the start when you were telling us how she hadn't lost a single Floodlit game, but it certainly seems to be going her way so far.
Absolutely. And Steph?
Yes, certainly. I agree with Joe right there. Morris has definitely proven to proven to be a great captain tonight, and also a great performance as well, consistently.
Absolutely. Just again and again forward now. Butler are trying to do something, and the ball is just bouncing out off a South Trevs player again and again. You see Anna Horton, the left back, with a throw in there, and that is shepherded out by Jess Pericleous for a goal kick from Anya Nash. Butler really struggling to get into this tie so far. South Trevs have been impressive across the pitch. Hendricks in the number 10 role has been great. Kiva White stretching the play up front with Jess Pericleous and Liz Tolley out on the wings. The ball is going to end up with Pericleous again in space heading down the right. That is well dealt with there by a Jobo defender, Oriane Fechet. And that's a throw in there at the byline for South Trevs. The ball's going back into the middle. And then the referee stops play, and that is a free kick that Georgina Solly will take just out on the left for Jobo. Oh, and that has gone straight into Kiva White, but who can only chest it back into Solly's very grateful hands, I imagine. That's over the top. That's straight. The referee's flag goes straight up there, and play will be stopped. I mean, Butler have tried that so many times now, and for different reasons, it's just not working. This Trev South defensive partnership of Morris and Thomas are really doing a good job, and Morris is on the ball there to move the play up once more for Trev South. Slightly slower last 10 minutes than the first 20, but South Trevs know now they don't really have to press as much as they have been originally. Oh, something of a slack pass there, but easily swept up by Megan Morris and cleared by Anya Nash. And Thomas shepherds that out once more for a throw-in. Absolutely. So with half an hour now gone of this tie, this is 3-0 to South Trevs over Butler. Goals from Hendricks, Keeler, and I think the ball's back down with Butler, but again South Trevs get it back, and are they going to make a break of their own now here? White's running onto it. She's quick, but not quite quick enough for the ball there. And Butler have had a sudden burst of energy here. But the ball ends up back at the very dangerous feet of Hendricks.
Joseph Darby, when the bag covers it, it'll think your eyes on it, so it'll turn off the screen. Probably 2. That's my fault. Yeah. These pockets are really shallow. Yeah, they're really bad.
I've just gone and looked for an idea.
Thank you. Yeah. Cheers, man.
And also, since it is apparently 35-minute halves tonight, if Butler are going to make a try for a goal, they need to do it quickly, since it's only a few minutes until the first half does indeed wrap up.
Absolutely. Morris making a driving run forward there for South Trevs. A defensive midfielder by trade, but back at centre-back tonight. We like a versatile player. Solid play through the middle there from Butler, but again Morris is there to clear it up. That was a sloppy throw in there from Butler, and Pericleus has it. She tries a luck from distance, but that's not really going to trouble Georgina Solly from probably more than 40 yards. Joe, do you think Butler are showing any real signs of getting back into this game?
Not so much yet. They've broken into the final third a few times, but for me, they don't look like a goal's coming very much. They need to start playing a little bit more in that midfield, closer passing, because at the moment they're still going for that long ball over the top, and the back line of South and Trebs are just cutting it out too well.
Absolutely, and that is a lovely ball through from Kiva White into Liz Hendricks, but nicely shepherded out by Erin Robson. There's a Butler player down here, looks like might have been a clash of heads. She looks like she's struggling there for a minute. That is one of the centre mids there. Yes, Seth.
So I was just about to ask whether she was going to be taken off for that, but clearly she is being walked off with the goalkeeper and the referee as well. So Emily Baker there.
Yeah, that is the striker, Emily Baker. Oh, she is. Oh, she's.
Oh my goodness.
This is. I mean, I really hope Emily Baker's okay. She looks like she's really struggling there. Yeah, absolutely. Some really quite troubling scenes at Maiden Castle here. It looks like friends are coming on to try and help and support Emily Baker there. No one wants to see this at a football game. I mean, it's really quite unfortunate, but it looks like she is back up and will make her way to the bench. Everyone here at the everyone here from PalTV wishes Emily Baker all the best, and Butler will now, I'm sure, make a substitution. Joe, did you see what happened there?
I didn't, but I know that the ref definitely stopped it quite quickly. The ball was up the other end with South and Trebs, and as soon as the ball had kind of gone out of play, the ref stopped it over here for Baker, who was down. And she seemed to start getting walked off, and then she seemed to fall to ground again as she was being walked off. So I can only hope she's okay there. It looks like there's still a stoppage. Hopefully she's okay over there.
Absolutely.
Yes, it seems like they're still dealing with it in the stands on the sidelines as well. So far, I don't think a substitution has been made. I can't see one at the moment, but it seems like they're just wondering if Emily Baker is okay at the moment and whether to resume just yet.
Absolutely. It looks like health and safety officials are over having a look at what's happened with Emily Baker. We can only assume that there was a clash of heads there, because she really looked like she was struggling as she headed off to the bench. But she's up and being treated, so that looks to be at least a good sign. And a substitution has come on here for Butler, and it looks like the game will restart shortly. The referee has his ball in there, has the ball in his hand, ready to give to Georgina Solly, and that, I imagine, will probably spell half-time in this game in a minute, which will allow the players to regroup and for Emily Baker to hopefully get the treatment she needs. And Kiva White is now down for South Trevs. Looks like she's holding her knee. This is not how anyone wanted the half to end, or what anyone wants to see at a football game. Strikers from both teams have now gone down injured within a 2-minute period. Keeper White looks like she's now back up and should be okay to continue, but she's clearly feeling her knee or hamstring a bit. And once again, play will restart at the back for Butler. And we're back underway with assurances that Kiva White will be okay to continue until at least half time, which is only minutes away. Trev South are on the move, and White has the ball. Everything looks to be okay there for the striker as she wins a corner for Liz Hendricks to take.
Instead of rejecting his application with that
Well, Hendricks' first corner hit the post, her second corner resulted in a goal. What's going to happen now? That's come back in, and a real melee there in the middle, but Butler have got the ball out, and that is half-time here at Maiden Castle. An electric first half with a dominant South Trevs 3-0 up. Early goal from Liz Hendricks was followed by a 1-2 double from Katie Keeler and Kiva White, and unfortunate scenes towards the end of the first half there with Emily Baker going off injured for Butler after what looks to be a head collision. Steph, what are your thoughts on that first half?
I'd say, George, it was initially quite a slow start to begin with. As you were saying, it was quite cagey. It was a bit of a rocky start, especially with a wet pitch and everything. But as you saw, 3 goals from Trev South as well. Definitely was quite exciting on that front. And with the second and third goals, third goals within minutes of each other, that was certainly something to behold. We just hope that Emily Baker is okay, having been taken off as well, considering what's just happened.
Absolutely, Joe. And your thoughts on a really great first half, I forgot to say.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that first half there. It's amazing. I mean, the whole half was definitely decided within a space of about 15 minutes there. 3 goals from South and Trevs where they looked particularly dominant, and that Butler midfield and attack just seemed to slow down a lot from that. Looked quite deflated, really. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the second half. Hopefully the intensity might slow down in terms of for Butler, and maybe they might be able to make their way through. But as far as I can see, it's a South and Trevs for the taking.
Absolutely. South and Trevs will know that they can now sit back and just try and protect their lead. They don't have to go hell for leather in the second half. I mean, early on, their intensity was so high, the pressing was so effective. Butler's defenders really didn't know what to do. I mean, Butler have got 3 or 4 DU players in that defence, and they just couldn't handle the pace of Hendricks, White, Tolley and Pericleus as that attacking 4 for South Trevs. They were so effective in breaking down passing lines and just exploiting space, especially Liz Hendricks. Between the lines has been excellent. I mean, her first goal nipping in behind was great. Her set piece taking's been excellent. I mean, that first corner that she scored directly, then whipped in a beautiful ball for Katie Keeler to score. And yeah, I mean, going forward, I'd say she's maybe been my man of the match so far. But at the back, Megan Morris, the defender and captain from Trevs, has never lost a Floodlit game, and looks like that really might continue now. Has been so dominant in the air. I mean, what are you hoping to see in the second half now, Steph?
Oh, well, in the second half, I'd say it's I'm not quite sure, actually. I feel like Trev South definitely changed my expectations with the first half, and maybe we might see a few goals from them, and we might also see some Butler definitely trying to push forwards a lot more in this half, especially considering their performance in the first half as well. So maybe we might just see a bit of a stronger battle right now.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Butler will know they have 35 minutes to get those 3 goals. They have everything to play for. They've got to throw everything they have at it. I mean, if you're the Butler coach right now, Joe, what are you saying to the players?
They have to shift the momentum of the game, they really do. And they're going to have to hope that this South back line don't keep up the form that they have right now, because at the moment they can't make it through. I'd expect them to play a little bit more in the midfield, try and break down the back line rather than just trying to play it over the top, because right now that just isn't working for them at all. I expect South to try and slow down the game. That would definitely work to their advantage. And as you say, Butler need to be a lot quicker. I'm not sure whether they have it in them, but it'll be interesting to see.
Absolutely. Well, that has been a great first half here at Maiden Castle. We are PalTV. I mean, if you're enjoying this stream, please drop us a comment, drop us a subscribe, a growing channel, and trying to bring coverage of all sorts of uni life here in Durham. Over to you, Steph.
Also, following on from that, we've had quite a few comments in from the live stream already showing support as well for both teams, and once again reiterating, feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below as well. Some of them have been quite entertaining comments, admittedly, as well. So also the crowds as well seems to be warming up to it, and yeah, but I'll pass you back on.
Absolutely, you say the crowd are warming up. I'm certainly not. It is really quite bitter and wet here at Maiden Castle. The teams are already back out, just the 5-minute half-time there. And you've got to say, guys, I mean, South Trev seem to be 35 minutes away from glory. Defending, this will be Trev's second back-to-back Floodlit title. And Trev's men's side are also in the final against Collingwood straight after this one. Liz Hendricks, it looks set to get the second half underway. Doesn't seem to be any changes for South Trevs, and I think for Butler there's just the one change up front. After Emily Baker was forced off after a head collision, with some troubling scenes at the back end of the first half. Butler seems to have maybe had the upper hand in the opening seconds of this second half.
Mate, holding.
Strong run there down the middle from Esme G, centre back for Butler. But the ball again ends up for South Trevs, and Kiva White is through. Kiva White's not a ball pass, but it looks like that's just going to be taken out. A really great run. I mean, Kiva White is really very quick up front for South Trevs, but after the ball just got stopped there, she couldn't quite get it under control, and the ball has gone out for the fourth South Trevs corner of the game. Liz Hendricks will take this one. We've seen what she can do with her corners so far. Are we going to see another goal early in this half? It just manages to go past everyone, and Esme G picks that up for Butler in the midfield. That is not a perfect pass, but it has still found a Butler striker there. And the ball comes out there off Sam Sami on the right-hand side for a South Trevs throw-in. Joe, what do you think to the start of this second half?
Just that one chance there for South Trevs. It was a little bit of a role reversal, because this time it was Butler who had the high line and South exploited it with the long ball. One really pinpoint pass through. No goals yet, but South continuing the dominance.
Absolutely. And the ball is now with Jess Pericleus on the left-hand side there, but it is sent back out to the defenders there. The ball is back with Kiva White, but Butler defenders all over the South Trevs attackers at the moment. It's a really solid clearance there.
Pretty cool, still holding it down.
I do admit, George, I'm not sure how you're doing it not having a coat on, but I am absolutely freezing out here. I've even had to put my gloves on for this, and it's only getting colder as the night goes on, and it's only getting hotter on the pitch as Butler try to score a goal in this half.
Absolutely. Renata Muller with a long ball that has gone all the way through there to Anya Nash, the stand-in keeper for Trev South after injury to their usual number one. But Butler have the ball moving forward, but the linesman flag is up there against Chloe Burgess on that left wing. Butler just can't seem to get it right going forward so far in this game, and Megan Morris will be there to hoof the ball back up, really, as she has been doing all night. I mean, nothing has got past the Trev South captain. It's a great long ball over the top, but unfortunately just ends up out. But it's a quick throw in there, taken on the right hand side by Lara Tolley. Morris Pericleus with the ball through, but Liz Hendricks just can't quite get there ahead of Georgina Solly. Hits it forward. Oh, Morris has lost the ball, and Butler have scored. Katie Shingler, who was fighting there against Megan Morris at the back. Shingler won and Shingler scored. A deft little left-footed finish into the bottom corner there.
Also, definitely a stronger push towards the goal from Butler this time. I feel like they must have had some kind of big pep talk on the sidelines, especially. Well, let's see if they can score another one like that.
Absolutely. It has been a much stronger start to the half for sure for Butler. I mean, Joe, 3-1 now with maybe half an hour to go. Do you think Butler still have a chance here?
Well, if they can keep going like they just did for that goal, they definitely could do. Kay Shingler does really well to break through past Morris. She's been ever so reliable this game, but the strength was too much for her in this case, and it's a great finish. 3-1, we definitely have a game in our hands now.
Absolutely, and the ball just goes out there off Renata Muller. And it's Hendricks between the lines. She skipped past one. Oh, strong shot, well taken by Georgina Solly there. The Butler captain in goal tonight. Shingler plays that through to Sam Saimi in space on the right hand side, but it has just gone out again for another Trev South throw-in. And again, it will be a throw-in for South Trevs here on this left-hand side. Is that a Vuvuzela? That is very retro.
2010, that one.
Absolutely. The scourge of South Africa. Let's throw in there, Pericles. Liz Hendricks was coming back. Was in Liz Hendricks was offside there, but she also wasn't really involved in the play, so that is an interesting call maybe from the linesman, but as we know, the referee is always right. I mean, Joe, you've done a bit of reffing. What did you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, she is offside, the liner has that right, but I don't think she was quite interfering with play. It was cut out twice by the Butler defenders, so maybe they could have let that one go. I don't have an issue with it though, really. It won't change the game, that's for sure.
Thanks for that, Joe. And the ball is out again, but Butler are trying. And where do you see this going now, Steph?
Well, I still think Trev South, at this rate, they might come out on top, but there's still a lot more time to go. However, Butler are persevering indeed, so it could come down, I think, maybe to a draw.
That is a bold shout there, Steph. I mean, Butler still have a lot to do, but they are the better team so far this half. But you have seen occasionally, especially with Hendricks and White up front, when they break through the lines for Butler, they just don't quite have the facilities to handle their speed and technical ability. Throw in there, that's well taken by Hendricks. He plays it through for Kiva White. Kiva White battling here with the Butler centre back. That's a great step. And it's just over. Great work there from Kiva White down on this right hand side. And Liz Hendricks will take her 5th corner of the night for South Trevs. Butler look like they're just losing their grip on this second half slightly after a strong start and a good goal from Katie Shingler. But it's slipped back slightly more into the first half of just South Trev's relentless pressing. Maybe the goal has woken them up slightly. They've realised that they're not just going to walk straight to victory here. Ball comes in there. It screams for a penalty at Maiden Castle, but the referee's not budging. Kiva White went down in the box, but no, referee not convinced. What did you think of that, Joe?
There was nothing in it really, just lots of swinging of legs around there. As far as I could see, everyone got the ball and just pinballed about. As soon as the crowd sees someone go down, they immediately shout for a penalty, but not for me.
Absolutely, Joe. A good decision there from the ref, I think. And straight from that corner, Butler have headed back down into the South Trevs half and have a throw in here on this right hand side. That is, and you'd say speculative from Katie Shingler. It's never going in. And Anya Nash can just have a minute to let Trev South regroup.
I think that one goal from Butler definitely woke up the South Trevs team a bit from half-time, because they seem to be on the ball literally right now, moving towards down the Butler end again.
And that was a slip from Butler, and Liz Hendricks was through. She was onside and the play continued, but the referee has now stopped the play. Substitution there for Jobo. Looks like Feshe's headed off. That's a dominant clearance there from Renata Muller.
At the moment we've got quite a lot of vuvuzela action from the crowd. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but someone's giving it large right there. as Butler get possession of the ball once again and try and get it up the pitch. But getting it past Trev South is proving difficult for them.
Absolutely. And the ball is back to Butler captain Georgina Solly here for another goal kick. It's a weighted pass out to the right there, and Sam Saimi has it here. That is well dispatched there by Daisy Wallace. Throw in here from Anna Martland on the right hand side. It's a good throw, but it is immediately cleared by the Trev South defence. Martland again, that's another good long throw that once again ends up in touch. Ball comes forward to White here. Keeper White throws it over the top there, trying to find Katie Keeler and can't quite. And we will now have a Butler throw in and a chance for everyone to regroup. Seems to have gone a bit flat here, Joe. What do you think this game needs?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think the reason why it has gone a little bit flat is because this Trev side, they're experienced winners, current holders, and you can see that the Trevs players within this Southern Trevs team, they are really using some excellent gamesmanship to make sure that they can hold off the Butler.
That is brilliant from Liz Hendricks. Oh, so close to a fourth for South Trevs. I mean, Hendricks has been incredible all evening, but that was a beautiful little step and a deft little chip that just couldn't quite find the bottom corner. I mean, Hendricks has really looked to be a different class to everyone else on the pitch this evening. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Hendricks has been a massive trouble for this Butler defence. A goal in the first half and just continuing to cause trouble. And I can definitely see her getting another one if she has more chances like that.
Absolutely.
One thing that definitely strikes me about Hendricks is her speed. She just doesn't seem to stop. And even when getting the ball, she's very controlled with it. However, she can move very quickly. And that is something that is definitely stressing out the Butler team at the moment, as we have seen tonight.
Absolutely. So Saimi battling with Pericles. We've seen this all afternoon, really. Down Butler's right wing. Keeler there. Keeler giving in to the crowd's demand to shoot. And maybe with smarter options, but she saw glory and you've seen them go in from there. That is another throw in there. Got Hendricks there, she just manages to get out of danger there, get the ball back to Ellis. And it's over the top here. Oh, Keeper White has nicked it off Esme G, but it has gone out for a goal kick. Having gone long all game, Solly has started to try and find Sam Saimi right out on this right-hand side from her goal kicks. And it has seemed to be working slightly better. That battle between Katie Shingler and Meg Morris doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. I mean, Shingler's got the better of her once, but Morris really has been imperious all evening. can feel the crowd heating up a bit, and as Butler start to improve, the fans are in fine voice. Saimi out on the right hand side here. The ball comes back to Martland, who puts that's a big deep cross, but just over the head of Chloe Burgess, the left winger. Still in for Butler, but that was a good chance.
Not sure about you, George, but it seems like Butler have had some kind of wake-up call in the past 5 or so minutes, especially since how they're trying to keep possession as much as possible and get the ball pretty much away from the Trev South strikers, especially.
Absolutely. I mean, Butler have been better, but they're also still struggling to break through that brilliant defensive partnership of Thomas and Morris at the back for South Trevs. We have seen the ball go out time and time again for throw-ins today. I mean, both teams have been trying to play it down the wings. Hendricks with a quick throw in there, trying to find Kiva White in behind. White has it, but Catherine Evans just, oh no, White still has it, and there he goes. That's out for a corner. Hendricks has been so dangerous from these corners all afternoon. Nearly got a goal with her first, did get an assist with her second, and what does she do now? No, not quite. Solly there in it. That is not great. It nearly ends up back with Hendricks, the one player Butler must really not want to see on the ball now. Saimi has got past Pericleus there, and the two of them have been battling it out all afternoon, the two DU footballers. But it is out for another Trev South throw-in. Time and time again, Butler have tried it down the wings with Saimi on the right and Burgess on the left, but they just haven't quite been able to break through as often as they'd like. Oh, it's just out ahead of Liz Hendricks here. And it looks set to be Renata Muller to take this throw in. Joe, so obviously Trevs are in the South Trevs team here, and the men's Trevs teams play Collingwood at 8 o'clock. Do you think this could be a double for Trevs? 2 Floodlit wins?
Well, it very well could be. Trevs have definitely impressed me in both tournaments so far. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it in the last round in that men's game. They took John Snow straight to penalties after going 2-0 down. So both Trevs sides definitely have a lot of fight in them, and there's no reason why they can't win them both.
Absolutely. I mean, do you think the whole of Trevs will be rocking tonight if one, if not both of their teams win, Steph?
I think from the crowd, they're trying to rock the stands already from what we're hearing. But definitely, if the Trevs men's pull through, I guarantee you their college bar might become a little bit of a state tonight. And that's to say the least, to be honest. But also, we're going to need to see if Butler have any more fight in them, especially in the next few minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We hope you are enjoying the coverage tonight here on PalTV. An hour's gone. South Trevs are 3-1 up against Butler. Please comment your thoughts on the game and give us a like and subscribe if you'd like to. We will be providing plenty more content like this, and we're also here for the men's final at 8 o'clock. The coverage will continue straight through until that, as Collingwood A's take on Trevs A for college men's football's biggest competition. Butler with some sustained pressure here moving forward. They're really trying to find a way through here. Esme G can't quite break through. Oh! That was... You can really hear the crowd picking up here. Anya Nash collected that effort quite comfortably. But again, Esme G's picked that up in the middle. A pass is just slightly overhit through to Katie Shingler up front. The fans seem to be pulling out the football songbook classics. And the ball has come through to Jess Hendricks here. She's so quick, but Georgina Solly just gets there ahead of her. And that's a solid clearance from Esme G to get it away from the South Trevs players. Joe, it seems you've got fans in the comment. Please say hello.
Hi everyone.
Fans are really livening up here, however cold and wet it is at Maiden Castle. It's great to see a massive turnout for this big Floodlit final.
Also, if you're watching this at home, not quite sure if you can see it, but the pitch is literally glistening. It is that wet out here, and I feel like we might see quite a few more tumbles and falls, especially as we're in what looks to be the final 20-ish minutes of the game today.
Again, Hendricks has just been breaking through in behind time and time again, but the ball hasn't quite been right.
Yeah, hearing a lot of support in the crowd here. Oh, that looked like a handball.
That looked a lot like a handball, but the referee's going to let it go. I mean, I'd say, Joe, we had a pretty straight look at that, but it was hard for the referee to see. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, well, the hands are by his sides, and it's tough to see where the ref's angle on it was. It did stop the ball going straight through on goal for a South and Trev's chance. I'd be interested to see what the ref would have given if he'd have seen it from our angle, because it certainly looked like it stopped a big chance there.
Absolutely. I don't think VAR would have been as kind on that one as this referee has been. But he has done a great job all evening. Again, another ball through in behind, and Hendricks just been running tirelessly, but again, can't quite get there. Oh, and now it's Butler's turn to break through. But that's well dealt with by Anya Nash. Martin Muller out to Sam Samey on the right. Samey does have a bit of space. And that's cleared by Meg Morris. It's a free kick here for Butler. Looks to be Esme G standing over that one. And that has not quite gone to plan for Esme G.
Also having a little bit of a problem here. The crowd has seemed to spill completely out of the stands and entirely blocking our view really, so we can't quite see what's going on at the moment. However, what I can see is Trev South do have the ball. They're trying to get it up to their end, but Jobo are still trying to hold the line for themselves.
Absolutely. That's a solid clearance there from Morris, but again it ends up at the feet of Georgina Solly, the Butler captain, in goal.
Yeah, lots for the South here. They're in their very first final as a college. Never mind just the women's final, but
was that the chance there for Katie Shingler to really get Butler back in the game? I mean, that felt like a tame finish compared to the moment. I mean, Joe, do you think Butler are going to have a better chance than that to really put the pressure on Trevs and South? I'll head back to Joe in a second. Kiva White's breaking here, and Marchand just manages to get across to deal with that. The ball is very back with Kiva White, but just sent out by Renata Muller. I mean, that was a great chance, wasn't it, Joe?
it really was. I think Butler, they can't expect much better than that. It's on a plate from about 6 yards out. The stand-in South and Trev's keeper can, I mean, it's straight at her. She does a good job to get in the way. And yeah, they'll be gutted about that one. They really will be.
Absolutely.
It seems like Butler are really trying with all their might, playing down the line to get the ball back up in the corner where they want it to be. However, it has just been hit out to the side. Not sure whether it will be a Butler throw-in just yet, but I think it looks like it will be just now from Martland.
Absolutely. Martland has the ball down that right-hand side, but again, that's set to be a Trev South throw-in. So it's probably just shy of 10 minutes left here at Maiden Castle. The rain is showing no sign of letting up, and we are here with PalTV, enjoying your comments, and we hope you're enjoying our coverage. We're here all evening with the men's football up next. This has been a really strong performance from Trev South, and if they do hold on and win, they'll really deserve the trophy. White through to Hendricks. Hendricks in acres of space here. That's well done by Muller. And Georgina Solly looks to have potentially hurt herself collecting that, but that was some really confident goalkeeping from Solly, and she's back up on her feet, looks to be okay. Hendricks looked there for a second to have all the time in the world, but was just shut down by Muller and Solly. But the ball comes straight back to Pericleus, who just doesn't quite have the legs to get there. And another throw in for Marchand on the right hand side here. And Morris through to White. Morris was really battling through there, and Hendricks plays like she has all the time in the world. So I'm up against Jess Pericleus again, and Pericleus has won this one, but the ball comes out there from Marchand. We nearly had our camera taken out by the ball there.
Yeah, so it seems to be a Trev South throw-in from this side, coming back into yet another battle between Trev South in this half again.
Again, that looked to be a handball, and the referees called this one there against Eleanor Keane, who's come off the bench for Butler. Hendricks now has a chance for a free kick. I mean, we've seen how threatening her corners are. You wouldn't be surprised to see this ending up in the top corner. Oh. Right ideas, but not quite the right execution there for Liz Hendricks. She saw the space just on the left-hand side of Georgina Solly's goal, but couldn't quite find it. Keane tries to play through Shingler there, but that is picked up well by the South Trevs right back.
It's just hit 69 minutes, ladies and gents, and and it seems to be Trev South possession back down there and back towards the goal, and it's been picked up very nicely, very calmly indeed, while George tries to warm up his hands. George, are you okay?
I'm a little chilly, but I would do anything for PalTV, so here we are. Keeler there battling with Esme G in the midfield. Pericles picks it up, she plays it through to Hendricks. Can Hendricks get the better of Renata Muller here at the back? Oh no, Muller's won this one. That's been a real battle all afternoon between Hendricks and Muller. And Hendricks, you have to say, has had the beating of her on multiple occasions, but Muller comes out on top for this one.
Yeah, please do. Well, half time we can just mention what the score is. But I was thinking,
But I have to throw everything at South Trevs now, but it still might be too late. Morris has just swept up everything all evening. He's been brilliant at the back, has the Trev South captain.
Very interesting chant coming from the crowd. Is this a library? Apparently. They seem to be getting in extremely high spirits as the final minutes start rolling in.
White there picks the ball up, can't quite get it through to Hendricks. White still has the ball, and Caitlin Ellis will get it there as it heads out for a Butler throw-in. There really can't be many minutes left in this one. These are Butler's very last chances to get the 2 goals they need to take this to extra time and penalties. And Hendricks has it yet again between the lines for Trev South. Keeler plays it through to Hendricks, but the linesman's flag was already out there against Liz Hendricks. She was offside. And that's full time here at Maiden Castle. South Trevs are your 2021-2022 Women's Football Floodlit champions.
The crowd is absolutely ecstatic, and so are Trev's South team. They are literally jumping for joy. The Vuvuzelas are out in full force once again. It has been a brilliant game, and what a wonderful night here at Maiden Castle. This is PalTV. Feel free to like and subscribe as well, and comment below, and we shall see you for the men's Floodlit finals between Collingwood and Trevs later tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a really great game. Some really special performances there, but who's your player of the match, Joe?
I think I've got to go for Hendricks, just causing so much trouble, even in the second half when there wasn't any goals for South Trevs. She was definitely the main port of call for that South Trevs attack. It's great to see the celebrations here on the pitch between South and Trevs right now, because Trevs currently holding their championship. South their first ever final as a college, and they've won it already. It's absolutely brilliant to see, and we should have the trophy presentation very soon, I think.
Absolutely. Trevs now back-to-back Floodlit Cup winners for women's football. I mean, it's not unfair to call Trevs the home of women's football in Durham now. Obviously, the men's team face Collingwood at 8 o'clock in the men's final, and so it could be a double for Trevs tonight. We'll have the trophy presentation here just in a minute, and we'll be bringing you some post-match analysis. I mean, Trevs South really were brilliant across the park. Meg Morris at the back, that was an imperious performance. Yes, she got beaten once for Katie Shingler's goal, but really swept everything up across the park. And the crowd are going wild here as we head towards the trophy presentation. Meg Morris will be the one to lift the trophy for Trevs South as the captain.
Seems to be the whole team's come forward, and so the crowd out of the stands as the trophy is being presented towards the Trevs South team. Pretty much brand new compared to all other collegiate teams right now, and the crowd and the crowd will not, they are not going to be quiet.
You can see a big moment coming now with Meg Morris to lift the trophy for South Trevs. Morris will now leave Durham having never lost a Floodlit game in 3 years. That is really quite an impressive record from the DU centre back and centre mid. And there we go. The Trevs South players are getting covered in Prosecco. What are you saying, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be what it is. Yeah, it's great celebrations, and the crowd are joining in. Everyone's loving it around here.
Absolutely. It is a good day to be from South or Trevs. We really hope you have enjoyed our coverage of this game this evening. If you have, please give us a subscribe. Stick around for the men's final afterwards. A valiant effort from Butler. I mean, they're certainly not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. They pushed and harried the South Trevs team all day, but I mean, with players like Hendricks and Morris, they just had an extra layer of quality.
Yes, it seems like Trevs South seemed to outmatch Butler tonight, and also an honorary mention to Emily Baker. We hope once again that she is indeed okay, considering the first half. And right now, the crowd is ecstatic from what they're seeing, celebrating the Trevs South team.
Absolutely. Meg Morris has the trophy in the air for South Trevs. She really deserves that one. They have the Prosecco, they have the trophy. This is South Trevs' moment. Butler will have to settle for second place. They were great across the pitch. I mean, Georgina Solly, despite getting beaten 3 times, that was a really strong performance in goal for her. Esme G was all over the park in midfield. Renata Mora had a tough battle against Liz Hendricks, but put in a great effort. Just a really great final, and thank you to all the fans that have made it out tonight. I mean, really made this the event it's been in the cold and the wet here at Maiden Castle. I'm sure the rain will continue here long into the night, but the Trevs fans really don't have anywhere to go. They will now be sticking around for their final against Collingwood at 8 o'clock.
It seems to be there is another team, men's team warming up on the pitch. I assume that is Trev's men's over there, and they're getting ready for their game right now. And the crowd seems to, well, the Trev's crowd anyway, seems to be getting ready for another time to come out and watch and perhaps even celebrate again.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, a reminder to tune back in for 8 o'clock for the big men's football Floodlit final between Collingwood A and Trevs A. You will not want to miss that one. It's set up to be a great game. I mean, two teams that have battled it out in such strong competition this season. I mean, Trev's semi-final, they were 2-0 down to Jon Snow and came back to win on penalties. This is a team with real heart and real skill. I mean, we all know Collingwood's reputation for football. If you have teams from A down to N, you've got to hope your A team are pretty good. And so that should be a really great final. Joe, I mean, any closing remarks?
Just that the Trevs fans are here and they might be happy with the one, but they're definitely wanting the second now, so stick around to watch that because Trevs are definitely going to be going for the two tonight.
Absolutely, and what have you got to say, Steph?
I'd say definitely following on from Joe's point, yeah, Trevs have got a long night ahead of them and hopefully a very exciting night ahead of them at this rate. As you said earlier, Butler, all they can really do right now is accept second, and perhaps next year, who knows whether they will be in this position again. But for the time being, we are waiting for the men's final to commence at 8 o'clock, so tune in once again.
Absolutely, and one thing I've definitely learned tonight is don't come to a football game without a coat. For everyone that's going to be coming down to watch the Trevs Collingwood game that hasn't been here for this one, you really will want a coat. Lovely stuff, and we will now be speaking to the Trev South captains, Meg Morris and Caitlin Ellis.
Guys, step back for us.
Cool, congrats on a great win tonight, guys. I mean, how does that feel?
Brilliant.
It's great,
It's
yeah.
great. It's really good. Really
Yeah.
good. Well, it's your second time?
My second, yeah, and South's first ever Floodlit. So.
Absolutely, I mean, it's a great night for both of you. I mean, am I right to say that you've never lost a Floodlit game, Meg? That's a really quite impressive record.
Yeah, I've never lost one yet. So hopefully it continues.
Absolutely. And so, the South captain, Caitlin, what does this mean for South? I mean, obviously quite a new college, but...
It's fantastic. It's going to help build our community a lot, definitely, and get more people playing football, which is what we like to see.
Excellent. I mean, who do you think was the standout performance tonight for you guys? I mean, you really had players all across the pitch.
Liz had a great game.
What's Liz? Liz Hendricks.
Hendricks, yeah.
Cracking player.
Yeah, Kiva and Katie as well put in a massive shift. Yeah, I think it was a all team performance.
Yeah.
You know, without any of one of those girls, it would be in a different game.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a great performance across the pitch, guys. Congratulations. I mean, celebrations in order. But obviously the Trevs men's game to come. I mean, what would it mean to Trevs to do the double?
It would be great. So it would be it's our men's first Floodlit final in football anyway. So it would be incredible to get two in one night. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, thank you for speaking to us, guys. That's been great. Go and enjoy your night. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we just had interviews there with Meg Morris, the Trev's captain, and Caitlin Ellis, the South captain, and we will have interviews with the respective JCR principals coming up shortly. Cool.
So guys, a great collaboration there between Trevs and South, and a first South win. A great piece of silverware. The men's have won their league this year, and now the women's winning their Floodlit Cup. Are you happy with that one, Lee?
Oh, it's amazing. Our first ever piece of silverware. So it's just incredible, and such a great combination of South and Trevs. South scoring all the goals, but doing really amazing. It's been fabulous. They've been really strong all the way through.
Yes, of course, and Trevs holding on to their title. Did you expect them to hold on this year? Did you believe in them this year?
Absolutely. I'm always optimistic, and looking at the preparation they've made, I am not too surprised to see them in the finals and play the way they played.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a great performance, and I mean, you've been at the game so far, haven't you, and you've seen that it's been very dominant. The last round, 4 goals in the last round, 3 goals in the one before that, and yeah, it was to be expected, I must say. A good second half performance from Butler, and they definitely kept them on the toes, but yeah, you must be really happy with that.
Really happy, really happy.
Good to hear. And will you be sticking around then? I'm guessing you'll be sticking around then for the Trevs game.
Looking forward to a fantastic men's finals, and I wish my team the very best. I hope there will be an upset tonight. So I'm really excited, yeah.
And do you think it will be an upset? Are you expecting to win, or do you think the Collingwood look a slightly stronger side?
We are not afraid. Size is not important. We are going to surprise everyone tonight, yeah.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Thank you for both of you for your time, and enjoy your celebrations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We good? Right. Okay, so Georgina, sorry for keeping you out in the cold for a little bit longer. I'm sure you're very eager to get inside, get warm, but just so you know, well done out there tonight. It was a valiant effort from you and your team as well. So what are your thoughts overall on the game tonight?
Trev South played amazingly well, but my girls, we couldn't have asked for any more of them. They left it all out on the pitch, honestly. They put their heart and soul in it right to the end, and I'm just dead proud of them, every single one of them.
Yes, of course, it was a very brilliant effort as well. Also, it was said that you trained on like a concrete pitch, you said. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so our college, the only thing we've got that's got floodlights is a netball court, which is concreted, and obviously the size of a netball court, which, isn't the best conditions for football, but hopefully next year we're going to try and get Collingwood. They've got an Astro pitch, so I'm going to be sports officer next year, so we're going to try and figure that out. But yeah, no, the girls at training, all I say to them every single session is don't fall over, because if you fall over, you're done.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely, especially on that. I'm guessing grass was a lot smoother tonight, despite the rain as well. And if you were to nominate a player of the day for your team, who would it be?
It's a tough one. I think I need to give a shout out to Emily Baker, who was the girl who had to go to A&E halfway through the game. She played her absolute socks off, considering. But no, I think my player of the match today would probably be Catherine Evans, the centre back. She's always so reliable. She never stops. She gets to every ball, and yeah, she's a great player.
Yeah, she was moving with quite a lot of persistence as well and speed, and also once again heart goes out to Emily Baker and hope she is all right as well. And that's pretty much all we have for you. I'm sure you're eager to get inside and get warm. And once again, thank you so much for coming out, and great effort from Butler team tonight.
Thank you very much.
And take care, Georgina. Telio, bro, we're good. Yep. Yeah, nice one tonight. Yeah, I think you're all right. Yeah.
Cheers, thanks.
No worries. Thank you. You too. Woo! That was muddy as hell. Hello. Who wants?
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us, or thank you for staying us if you were with us in the previous game where Trev's South women vanquished 3-1 Josephine Butler women. And now we're here for the final game of the Floodlit Cup season, the men's final between Collingwood College and Trevelyan College. We're just seeing the handshake now, the players getting ready. My name is Luke Power and I'm joined today by Ben Rochford. How are you doing, Ben?
Luke, it's good to be back and be back where I belong really with Platinate TV. It's been a while. There's no other night I'd rather be here. Floodlit final.
Absolutely, and I'm also joined to my right hand side by a certain Noam Bolter. How are we doing, Noam?
I'm doing very, very well tonight. Very excited for this game. It's my first time commentating, so don't be too harsh in the comments or anything. But I'm very excited. It should be a very good night of football tonight.
Be as harsh as you like in the comments, everybody. We also have Joe Harston, who will be coming in later on with some expert analysis. He is a Palatinate Sport Floodlit reporter. He'll be bringing his thoughts along at half time. Just a bit of context, this is the first time the Trevelyan College men have ever made a Floodlit final. And they're against the Titans at a Collingwood College, who seem to be in it pretty much every year. We've been waiting 3 years for this final. The last was in 2019, where Hatfield won 3-1 against Josephine Butler. Very shortly kicking off. Should be 40 minutes each way, I've been told. The Floodlit lights go off at 10 p.m. You wouldn't really want that mid-penalty shootout. Lots of cheers from the crowd now. A lot of anticipation here this evening. Now, you said you've played against both of these teams this season. So do you have any thoughts ahead of the game? Any danger men in particular?
Yes, I've played against both with Gray. Collingwood have Clark on the right wing, who's a very dangerous man. He can move the ball very well. He's got very good fit, so he's definitely one to look out for.
Absolutely, just as Trevelyan played long ball at the start, trying to get across into the box there, Jamie Lunnan. Collingwood have won 2 of the last 4 finals and beating 3 of them. One of them was actually cancelled back in 2020 because of COVID. Although they did lose 1 a few years ago. And here we have the throw in from Jack Kamada. Ben, you're apparently friends with quite a few of the players out there on the pitch this evening.
Yeah, unfortunately I am, Luke. I have the pleasure of knowing a lot of these Collingwood boys. Good friends of mine. Very, very strong college football team as well. Should be looking to put their strength to the Trevs tonight. Very confident side. Been on a good journey here to get to the final. Vanquishing Mary's 4-1, I believe, and then taking my team, Steve R, in the quarterfinals, which was a huge shame. But yeah.
Well, how was that? How was that game against Collingwood? What did you notice against them?
Really strong mentality. Never really gave in. We went 1-0 up quite early, and they just kept the ball and kept pressing really, and they ended up scoring quite late.
Well, we do have a free kick here for Collingwood. Some early action. It's Jack Kamada, the right back, who will be on the free kick. Attacking the ball there. Trev's looked to it, dealt with it, and now they have the chance to counter-attack. But ball played out to the right with Jack Kamada, and he scooped it out of play there. It'll be a Trevelyan throw-in. A large cheer from the crowd. They seem to enjoy that slight misstep. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those this evening. The pitch is rather wet. It does make for some good passing, but also some wayward passing, as Collingwood retrieve the ball in midfield there. Matt Lewis with the long ball forward, trying to get it over the top, but that'll be through to Max Watson in the net. I don't know if you can hear the fans, but one of the sides are cheering, "Where are your fans gone?" Certainly vocal support. Trevelyan, you say, Ben? As Trevelyan are on the attack here. Referee gives it to Trev, so that'll be Ollie Lester. Freddie White there, co-captain. But nicely dealt with, nicely shielded there for Collingwood. And quite a long throw, maybe that's something to watch out for. Bit of advancement there. Lots of midfield battles so far. It is 4-3-3, so 3 men in the middle for both teams. Now, how important is it to win that midfield battle, to control the centre of the pitch?
Yes, it's extremely important, especially since both teams are playing 4-3-3. There's going to be a lot of congestion in the middle, and both teams are going to like to try and control the play in there. There's going to be more space out wide because it's quite congested in there, so the teams are going to try and get through the wide players. A lot of crosses are going to come in tonight, and we might see a few headers and a few goals from headers, potentially.
Potentially. Trevelyan did actually get through one of the rounds with a late-headed goal. That was the first round that they advanced through right back in November against St. Chad's. It was Jamie Lunnan, one of their wingers, their right winger. So you are right. Seems to be some aerial prowess from Trevelyan this evening. Across the box, especially with the wet weather, the wet turf, it really can move at a fast pace. Seeing some big boys get in the box there. Freddie Merritt in the middle. He's going to attack the ball. Well dealt with by the keeper, Walton. Collingwood just trying to recycle the ball on the left-hand side. Ball back in from Oliver Flint. Now Trevs, do they have the chance to counter? No. Flint again winning the ball. Can he put a ball into the box? He shoots it. It's a low drive, but it's well saved as Watson gets down and saves. The Vuvuzelas are back. Hello. Nice ball across there from Ollie Lester and through on goal, but well played from Richard Brooks. He was quick off his line. And now Collingwood have the chance. Can they get the ball into the box? Well saved again from Watson. Appeals for handball there. It would have been hard to react in time. Some would say it was in an unnatural position, but you can see how nothing was given. Out wide to Jack Kamada. He plays the ball along to somebody. We do apologise if you can hear the obscene language coming from the stands. It is a football game, please remember. You won't hear any swear words from us, but maybe occasionally from the crowd. It's not an 18+ advertised game. The referee has seen something he doesn't like. It appears to be the football itself. We should have another one round. One thing I've noticed in Durham football, people seem to be really picky about the footballs. I don't know about you guys, but in the games I've played, they're very, very picky with the footballs. I'm just being told that the technical difficulties have been resolved, so thank you for joining us here on PalTV for the live stream of the Collingwood Trevelyan Cup Final. It is currently 0-0 as we're about 17 minutes into the game. Thank you for joining us and especially persisting through the technical difficulties. But you are with the best broadcaster in all the land here.
Very kind of you, Luke. Well, it's not Plusnet TV without the old technical error. Good strike. Good save by the Trevs keeper. Collingwood really growing here into the game. What a throw that is. Hello, hello. David Veg.
Well, he looks like he's a popular guy. Just getting some taps on the back there. Our very own Rochford from the fans. Just to recap, if you haven't seen what's been going on so far because of the stream, it is currently 0-0. We've had no major chances. Pretty even game so far. Collingwood have probably had the upper hand. Collingwood are the champions from 2017 and 2018, Trevelyan in their first ever Floodlit Cup final, as we have the free kick here. He's played it low ball. And back into the safety of the hands of Richard Brooks. And out
No
to...
safe hands in Durham.
No safe hands
No
in
safe
Durham.
hands in Durham, Richard Brooks.
Well, I think
Matt applying for a PhD in Cambridge as we speak. No, they're not currently on the pitch, but like, you know.
Yeah, it would be difficult to goalkeep and complete an application at the same time. And Richard Brooks
If there's
is...
a man who could do it, it would be Richard Brooks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, he is studying physics and astronomy. He'll be hoping for an out-of-this-world performance this evening. Collingwood have the chance. Oh, and Jay Bavnani just plays the ball wide. That was a real chance there. Max Watson had to come across a gaping gap there on the left side of the goal, and he may well rue that missed opportunity 20 minutes into the game. Now on Bolter, what do you make of that?
Yeah, Billy Clark just showed his class there, running down the wing, putting a really good ball into Bavnani, who just couldn't quite finish it. But the chances are coming, and Collingwood are looking the most likely side to score at the moment.
Yeah, just as Trevs are trying to get down the right flank there, but Ollie Smallridge deals with it well. And out now here. Matt Lewis carrying the ball forward. He's got space. He's a fantastic player. Great distribution over on the right-hand wing to Jack Kamada. Can he get past? Henry Day deals with him, and it's poor in the end. And it'll be for Trevelyan here. Just want to give a shout out to anybody watching tonight. We are really happy that you are joining us. We're hearing that people are in the college bars watching. That is absolutely fantastic. Please do comment, let us know where you're commenting from. You do have to subscribe to comment, that's the rule. But it's absolutely fantastic that you're watching, and we hope you enjoyed the broadcast of one of the most important dates in the Durham University calendar. It's a great event put on here. Can Collingwood get in across? No, they can't. Well dealt with Trevelyan. I certainly wouldn't want to be the player sent in the bushes to collect that football. Don't have any idea who could be hiding out there in the darkness. What do you make of the match so far, Ben?
Yeah, it's been quite a tight game, with Collingwood on top. As I said, Trev's kind of just sitting in really and waiting for their opportunity. Billy Clark did just miss a really, really good chance, and as I said, here comes Jay Bavnani. What a save! What a save by the Trevs keeper. As I said, I was just saying, Jay Bavnani, 2 chances now he's missed in the space of 10 minutes. And as I said, Luke, if you don't take your chances, you do not win football games.
Absolutely not. I think he'll be a bit happy with that shot as the cross comes in. Our view is obstructed at the moment by some rather tall people. No idea what's going on at the moment, but it looks like Collingwood are on the right flank. The stewards will be dealing with that. Mark Bryan giving us a little smile and a wink there from Team Durham as the ball sails over the bar. Yeah, Jay Bavnani not managing to capitalise on his 2 chances so far. The first one he had it around the 19-minute mark. Well, he will regret that. He had a gaping goal. But it was a good save from Max Watson for the second one. He got a corner out of it as we played the short ball there. But see, again, Collingwood just asserted themselves in midfield. Here's Ollie Kilvington. Not quite managing to make the most there. He had room, could have carried the ball forward.
Yeah, Trevs are giving the ball away far too easily at the moment. They need to get hold of it, because at the moment Collingwood are just winning the ball back instantly from a goal kick, from a throw in, and the corner's just being swung in. It's an in-swinger. It's just a bit too high. And Trevs managed to clear it this time.
Yeah, as Ollie Smallridge gets the ball back into the middle there. A bit of pressure on Oliver Flint. Good block. What can Trevelyan do? Can Ollie Lester get there? No, he can't. As Oliver Flint breaks here, but it's an assertive clearance from Harry Day. He's been a rock in left back so far. Impressive performance from him. He's had a lot to deal with. He does have Billy Clark, one of the danger men on the right wing. Well dealt with again from Trevelyan. They just need to build on this defensive foundation. They're not managing to get into the Collingwood half so much. As we were saying before, do leave a comment. We want to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. You wouldn't want to be watching anything else at this time. Let us know who you're rooting for. Let us know where you're watching from. It's likely we do have some proud parents watching in. Or maybe some not so proud parents if their kids go on to lose the game. Please forgive them, it is only a game. Nice header there. And it'll be a throw-in for Jack Kamada. It says Johnson on his shirt. Do ignore that. He is called Jack Kamada, I promise. We do have a couple of players who have Doombar on the back of the shirt. Also Jay Bavnani the Cobra. It's more of a boxing nickname. Will he be able to strike this evening?
No Armani, no Bavnani. Until he can't finish, until he can't score an open goal. But never mind. He is leading the line for Collingwood this evening. I know Jay well, really good player, fantastic bloke. But yeah, will he rue those chances? Some big chances, 3 big chances there for Collingwood, and you know.
I'm not sure if it's legal to have a snake on a football team, but it's what Collingwood have this evening. Can they counter-attack here, Trevelyan? No, they can't. Again, fantastic work. And now Oliver Flint in the middle. Can Jay Bavnani get there? No, he can't. Well dealt with by Patrick Proctor. But we are really seeing now, as we get to around the 25-26 minute mark, Collingwood dominating the ball. They're enjoying themselves. Matt Lewis has been a great distributor of the ball in midfield. Here comes Billy Clark. Can he cut inside? Can he do something here? He's going all the way, snaking across to the other end of the pitch. Now we have a... Can they get a cross in? No, he can't. Ollie Smallridge runs the ball out of play for a Trevelyan goal kick. Just in case you've recently joined us, you are watching PalTV. It is our live stream of the Men's Football Floodlit Cup final between Collingwood College, one of the titans of Durham sport, against Trevelyan, who have never been in a men's football floodlit final. Their women's team, alongside South College, won the women's game at 6 p.m, 3-1 against Josephine Butler. Advancing down the left here, Trevelyan. But Ollie Lester can't get there. Looking a bit lethargic there. I think he's had a lot of work to do up and down the flank. Jack Kamada, the right back for Collingwood's been advancing high, so they haven't been able to exploit the pace of Ollie Lester that much. It'll be interesting to see over the course of the game. Also had a hand in the back there from Freddie White, maybe it was, but game continues. As Oliver Kilwinton advances with the ball out wide now to Ben Parkinson. Can he get a cross in with the left foot? All dealt with there. What can Jack Kamada do with the ball? Nice footwork there. Ollie Lester not managing to deal with the tricks and flicks of Jack Kamada this evening. We'll talk about him in a bit. He does have quite a pedigree in football. As Jamie Lunnan tries to advance. Ball played out wide to Ollie Lester. Through on goal. What can Trevelyan do here? Freddie White plays the ball into absolutely nobody. Good clearance from Freddie Merritt. As Jay Bavnani tries to keep the ball in play, but it's going to be a Trevelyan throw-in for Harry Day.
Yeah, really good play from Trevs there. White making a run from midfield, and you can see people picking the pass out. So really good play there.
Thank you for that. Noam Bolter. Also got Ben Rochford alongside me tonight. My name is Luke Power. And we'll have Ollie Smallridge on the ball. Would you like to be on an Instagram story? Our Instagram story? Well, you can be. Get at us, PalTV UK on Instagram for a chance to be featured. We love to hear from people who love our coverage. We love to hear from people who don't like our coverage. What can we do better? We do have a pile of confiscated beer next to us. They're not allowing the fans to have the alcohol in the venue. Perhaps Noam Bolter will have a quick sip in a moment.
We're always happy to help at Plastinate TV where we can. if it means hiding the doom bar from the man in the yellow jacket. As Trev's goalkeeper picks it up. Trevs have grown into the game, haven't they? They've grown in confidence as the game continues. I feel like whilst ever it's 0-0, they always have a chance, you know? They always do. I feel like if Collingwood get that first goal, it could almost be curtains for them. But I feel like if they can keep on, maybe nick a goal, you never know. You never know.
Absolutely. I hope you're enjoying the small tab at the side of your screen where you can see us. We'll give you a quick wave and a cheeky wink. Hope you enjoyed that. As Trevelyan tried to advance here on the right-hand flank, what can they do? Callum Cosgrove just trying to push up high. Ball with Jamie Lunnan. Not the best ball into the box there. Cleared from Freddie Merritt. As Oliver Kilvington loses possession and Callum Cosgrove reclaims it for Trevelyan. Will be out for a Trevelyan throw-in. Thank you for watching PalTV in the college bars around Durham. Maybe in the college bars somewhere else, I don't know, who knows. Let us know where you're viewing from. It's currently 0-0 around the half-hour mark. Collingwood are the favourites for this. They have a lot of Durham University players. Their captain, Oliver Kilvington, is the captain of the Durham University men's team. Jack Kamada, the right back, very impressive player. What can Trevelyan do? Kamada losing possession there, well dealt with. Alex Baptist losing possession though. It's been a bit of a scruffy game, I've got to admit. I thought we would have saw better ball retention. High energy levels, it's high octane. Can Jay Bavnani get on the end of that though? Yes he can! Jay Bavnani again! A squandered opportunity. That's his third of the evening. He will be regretting that. Will that start to play on his mind? It might already be on his mind. Noam Bolter.
Yeah, he took that with the outside of his right foot, which is a strange part of the foot to choose to hit the ball from that sort of angle. But really good run, and he's clearly got some pace. So that's another aspect that Collingwood are going to try and exploit. Collingwood have got the ball again in the box, and the shot's just wide.
Quite a theatrical dive there from Max Watson, the goalkeeper. Yeah, Patrick Proctor seems to be having some difficulties dealing with Jay Bavnani. He has played in about the 3rd or 4th division of India. There are contrasting reports. We didn't manage to get in contact with Mr. Bavnani himself to confirm. But that's impressive, isn't it? Durham football is the home of some reasonably good players. We can expect to see some of the people on the pitch tonight progress onto semi-professional football as Oliver Flint tries to put the ball in. Winning a corner by the looks of it. We can't actually see the corner from where we are, but maybe it's a high throw-in. Collingwood haven't had the better of the action. Thank you for joining us here on PalTV. My name's Luke Power. I'm joined by Noam Bolter. To my right. Oh, missed opportunity there. Ben Rochford, what do you think?
Again, another golden opportunity for Collingwood. The chances just, they keep missing them. How many more do they need to put it in the back of the net? Is it looking like it's Trev's night?
Not on the ratio of chances as Collingwood break here again. A great save, getting down low. Unfortunately, Tom Hizzett with the half volley did a bit of a twirl. This isn't ballet, Tom. As the ball's out wide with Billy Clark. Callum Adamson just going down there as we have a bit of a break here, but it's going to be a throw-in for Collingwood as yet again Trevelyan just can't get out of their own half.
Yeah, the pressure's really starting to build at the moment. If Trevs can see it through to half-time, I think they'll be very, very happy with the scoreline. But they need to stay compact and just try and fend off Collingwood for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, we are up to around 100 viewers so far. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please get in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to interact with you. My laptop is currently having some difficulty displaying the comments, so I have no idea. But we do have Alistair McLeod saying, loving Jack Kamada, all the way from Scotland. Thank you for that, Alistair. Lovely to hear from you. Elliot Green saying Parkinson needs to step up. Well, shout that as loud as you can. Maybe Ben Parkinson will hear. He's put in a few crosses so far. They haven't been the best crosses. I do think they can capitalise more in the wide areas. A lot of the game has been quite compact in the middle. As Jack Kamada, again with his signature long throw, Jay Bavnani not really challenging enough for the ball there. And what can Trevelyan do here? Absolutely nothing.
Oh, goal kick, goal kick, goal kick.
It's a goal kick.
Got excited there. I thought it was
Yeah.
Trev's corner.
Where are we going to have a rare Trevelyan corner? Their first ever corner in a Floodlit Cup final. This is their first time here in their 56-year history. What a momentous occasion. The college principal is watching on here tonight. We had an interview of him before. He was very excited. A lovely chap speaking with us before. Trevelyan only narrowly avoided relegation from the Premiership this season. It was actually a late February win that kept them in the division. If they'd have lost that game against St Aidan's, they would have gone down. They would have been a second-tier team. Collingwood, meanwhile, they came second in the division. 5 points behind Van Mildert. As the ball is here with Jack Kamada, trying to get the ball out wide. Jay Bavnani, tricky feet there, can he shoot? Plays it across. Unfortunate there, just couldn't get the ball out from under his feet, Tom Hizzett. And now Trevelyan are on the counter-attack. And it's a goal! Fantastic! Against the run of play, and it is Alex Baptist who runs across to the crowd, the number 9.
You cannot believe it! The referee comes over to the Trevs fans. Pandemonium! Alex Baptiste, what a player! I told you, those chances. Jay Bavnani, where are you now?
Bavnani will be wishing he was wearing a blue shirt now. What a finish, sliding it into the bottom corner from Alex Baptiste. Fantastic work to make it 1-0 here. It is game on now on Bolter.
Yeah, fantastic goal. What a ball from the right-hand side of the pitch. From Lennon, finding Baptiste. And then fantastic touch. And then his next touch was just a finish into the bottom corner. Great goal.
Taking their first chances. You will have seen on the live stream the reaction from the crowd. It is electric here tonight at Maiden Castle. We feel so privileged to be the sole broadcasters here this evening. There's no Sky Sports, there's no BBC. It is PalTV with the privilege, and what a goal from Alex Baptiste, taking the first chance of the evening for Trevelyan. Could they be making history tonight? Well, the game has a bit of complexion to it now, doesn't it, Ben Rochford?
Yeah, this game has really come alive now. The fans have woken up. Everyone's woken up. Trevs have scored. I did say Collingwood they weren't taking their chances. It didn't feel right. Perhaps this is Trev's evening. They now have a throwing, and it comes back. They now need to keep slowing the game down and bring in the game to a max. As the fans say, they are not singing anymore. They really aren't. They really aren't. And here come Trevs again. Baptiste holding it up once again. What a player he is. Oh, what a ball. And it's gone through Smalley. A chance. It's off the bar. Oh, I do not believe it. Trevs had the chance to go 2-0 up. And it's come off the bar. And now here come Collingwood. Oh, what a ball from Baptiste.
Yeah, just hitting the crossbar there, a bit of a shame for them. But I mean, this is a pulsing game now, a pulsing atmosphere. As you may just be seeing the replay, we have a replay here because of the delay in the stream, and it was inches from being a goal there from Jamie Lunnan. What a shame. Could have been 2-0 for Trevelyan. It's been a cup run of narrow victories for them. We'll talk about that a bit later. Now on Bolter, you're wanting to come in now.
Yeah, Trevs are really starting to get into the game. The same combination, Lunnan and Baptiste, again, almost scored another goal straight after the first one. Them two are really coming alive into this game. So yeah, Trevs are looking much better now. And Collingwood are starting to fear the worst. So Collingwood really need to get a grip now and prevent it from getting any worse.
Well, what an evening we have on our hands here. Jamie Lunnan losing possession there though. What can Collingwood do with the ball? Ball in there. Well saved. Good hands there from Max Watson, rising high. No Collingwood player really getting close to the goalkeeper there as we approach half time. Should be 6 or 7 minutes to go. We might have a couple of minutes of added time. Or no, are we playing 40-minute halves? It remains to be seen. I'm not entirely sure. It hasn't been clarified for us. So we could be just on the cusp of half time now. Depends what Team Durham have decided. Yeah, it was a cup run of narrow margins for Trevelyan in the first round. They dumped St Chad's out 1-0 with a very late header from Jamie Lunnan. In the quarterfinals against St John's, it was 3-2. Ollie Lester with a late winner. And then it took penalties to get past John Snow. Both of these teams got here via penalties. Collingwood had to see off Van Mildert. Free kick here, what can Collingwood do? Oh, fantastic reactions from the deflected free kick from Oliver Flint. It was a low looping ball, bit of a deflection, but fantastic reactions, a stellar save.
What a save again. He keeps Trevs in it, and these are the saves he's going to have to make if Trevs want to stay in this side. Max Watson, what a player, what a player. My man of the match so far. I know we're early on, but he's really, really keeping them in it. Now we have a corner to Collingwood. Freddie Merritt rises. Oh. Back out. Oh, the referee doesn't like what he's seen here. Trev's, we've got a Trev's player down here. Don't like that from Collingwood, playing the dark arts of football. Not nice to see.
Yeah, it looks like it's Alex Gawley down. We are some way away here. But he looks okay. Now, 1-0 to Trevelyan College here on a historic evening against Collingwood College. It's been 3 years since the last Floodlit Cup final when Hatfield reigned. So they've had the trophy in their cabinet for 3 years, at least metaphorically. Ball in here. What can Collingwood do? Oh, again! Jay Bavnani. I think that was a much more difficult chance there. The ball was moving pretty quickly and it was going to be hard for him to get the ball to the left-hand side of the goal because of the blocks in the way. But that man's had about 4 or 5 chances now.
He couldn't finish his dinner, could he, Luke?
Maybe he doesn't like the food that's being put on his plate. Could we see better deliveries? Do we need better service up front from Collingwood? I don't think so, Noam.
No, I think he's had a few very clear-cut chances. He should have at least converted one of them. A striker of his quality, you'd think the net would have rattled by now. But right now the ball's high up in the air. And Trevs have really bounced back. They've really gone into this game. And they're looking really confident. And Collingwood is starting to shake a little bit.
Yeah, as we have the stoppage in play here. Referee having stern words. Do let us know if you're enjoying it in the comments. I'm just looking at some now. Kira Lauder asking, is Ben Parkinson single? Hello, Mr. Parkinson. Kira asking for a friend. Johnny Proctor saying up the Trevs. Thank you, Johnny. I'm sure you'll be having a good evening so far. And Ollie Wilson saying that number 77 has something special about him. That's Ollie Smallridge, the left back for Collingwood. Good player, having a good evening. this off the woodwork from Trevelyan College. Great save there from Richard Brooks. That was an opportunity there for Jamie Lunnan. We are seeing in the second half of this first half, Trevelyan really ramping up the pressure on Richard Brooks. He hasn't had too busy of an evening so far, but all of a sudden, the last 15 minutes, as Jay Bavnali plays the ball through to Ben Parkinson. And it's a goal! And it's Parkinson! No, it's not Parkinson, it's Tom Hizzett. Don't know what I was thinking there. And it's 1-1. Finally, Collingwood take their chance. What a finish. Max Watson, the indomitable fortress of a goalkeeper, finally beaten. It was a powerful shot to put a smile on the fans of the Collingwood faces.
Yeah, fantastic goal from Collingwood, great response. That's exactly what they needed just before going into half-time. Trev's half-time chat really does change. The Collingwood fans, you can now hear them again. And as Kilvo drives forward, oh, he's got nowhere near the ball. And as the rest blows for a foul. This is a brilliant opportunity. Yeah, we're looking at perhaps Bavnardi from the edge of the box. Maybe even Tom Hizzett, who knows. Brilliant opportunity here for Collingwood to maybe go into the break at 2-1 after going 1-0 down to Alex Baptiste. Brilliant finish. Will Trev ruin their chances? They had big ones down there, hitting the post. And as I said, you've got to take your chance against these teams. I think it is going to be Tom Hizzett on the edge of the box here. The crowd falls silent here at Maiden Castle. Tom Hizzett absolutely balloons it over. That's the referee blows to half-time here. 1-1 Collingwood versus Trevs. Fantastic half, Luke.
Absolutely, what a game you're watching. Thank you for joining us here on PalTV for Collingwood against Trevelyan, the final of the men's Floodlit tournament. Please keep commenting, we want to hear from you. My laptop is going to try and keep up with the comments. Might be a few minutes behind with them, but it's good to hear from you so far this evening. Let us know how you found the game so far. We've had people commenting from Scotland. That was Alistair McLeod before, loving Jack Kamada. Jack Kamada has been, well, a player on a bit of a journey. He actually plays for Isle of Man FC and travels back most evenings. Not most evenings, most weeks, that'd be quite a lot of travel for the man. But he's had trials with Wolves in the past, Preston North End, Mansfield. He's done the rounds. And now he's having quite the trial against Trevelyan College. It is 1-1. I don't think many people would have expected that based on how many chances there are. You might just be seeing a few fans here in front of the camera. Whoa, could we have seen an injury on camera there? Some sauciness on camera.
He's gone down too early. He's gone down too easily there, Luke, hasn't he? He really has. As the crowds make their way in for their half-time beverages. Fantastic first half. He had it all really, didn't he? You know, missed chances, fantastic finish. Good comeback from Collingwood. And like I said, both teams' half-time talk really changes now, doesn't it? Trev's are going to have to find a way to suddenly get back into this, having a brilliant finish. But Collingwood, you know, Ollie Kilmanton's got different chat now. He's going to say his team needs to be pushing on and keeping it going. Big wave up to the camera there as the guys come here. Look at these outfits here, fantastic, aren't they?
Ooh la la, hello!
Brilliant outfits.
Yeah, Team Durham will be profiting a bit from the evening. Beverages aren't actually allowed to be brought into the ground, so everybody has to rush off to the bar and the cafe at half-time to get their beverage of choice. Maybe a nice hot chocolate, maybe something a bit more intoxicating. A really good atmosphere here so far this evening. The capacity is around 276, but we do have people stood up people who arrived too late to claim a seat for themselves, but they've claimed a view in the home of football, Maiden Castle. We'll be going to an advert now, but good evening everybody and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the adverts. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you want to see some football. I'm not a massive fan of adverts personally. And hello there everybody. We promised Ben Rochford isn't invisible. He has just nipped off somewhere. We will be joined by him for the second half, which is to get underway very shortly. But my name is Luke Power and I'm joined also by Noam Bolter to my right hand side. What a job he's doing as a co-commentator this evening. I should say, please subscribe. Please let us know what's going on in the comments. We do have Caitlin Biggs has come in and she said, I'm sat with number 9 Ben Parkinson's girlfriend. The plot thickens. Ben Parkinson is a taken man. I'm sorry, Kira Lauder, but you can't have Ben. He's not yours. Thank you for that, Caitlin Biggs. We do appreciate a bit of drama here on PalTV, as we will be getting underway very, very shortly. Where's Ben Rochford gone? He better not be doing a number 2. He should have done that in his pants, in his seat, as the players limber up for the second half here. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. Please subscribe, please comment. We had Trevelyan College take the lead with Alex Baptist 36 minutes in. Tom Hizzett, a few minutes before half-time, got the leveller for Collingwood College. As we're back underway now, our view is obstructed, so I can't really tell you what was going on there, but Collingwood have the break now, but it's a poor ball, and it will be a throw-in for Trevelyan. Callum Cosgrove to take it. We couldn't get much information on Callum Cosgrove. He is one of those dastardly presences on social media whose profile picture has all of his friends in it, so we had no clue what he looked like coming into this game. But we can tell by the number who it is and the position, of course. I think we have seen a shift in the game. I think it started evenly, then we saw Collingwood get on top. Trevelyan, though, was showing their fight, and it is all to play for in this second half. As Billy Clark falls, it's a slippy pitch. The rain has been pouring this evening. Not so much for the past 45 minutes, but certainly in the women's game before. And we have seen a few slips, a few slides. People returning. Ben Rochford redresses himself in his beautiful coat. It's a nippy evening here at Maiden Castle. Throw in for Collingwood. Not much to shout about with it though. As the ball was recycled, Freddie Merritt, now Ollie Smallridge with the ball on the left flank. He's advancing, plays it inside. Ben Parkinson seems to be dropping deeper there. He's taken up a more central role now as well. Can Jack Kamada get across? And yes, he can. It's a high one.
Here comes Smalley on the left. Oh, brilliant feet from Smalley. As Lewis picks up and calmly plays it to Kilvo. Oh, Kilvo, that's majestic. That what? Oh, Kamada with the slice. And he goes for a Trev's goal kick. Yep, welcome back to the second half here. Really looking forward to this half. It's going to be a cracking game of football. Remember, guys, it goes straight to penalties if it remains 1-1. Which, my God, you wouldn't want to be a penalty taker in this, would you, Luke?
Are you assuming I'm a bad penalty taker, Mr. Rochford? I will have you know, I once scored a penalty at this ground in a first round penalty shootout in my first year. We never got to play the second round, for whatever reason that was. Who knows, maybe Grey D team could have gone on and won the Floodlit tournament. Well, not the Floodlit, but the secondary college tournament.
Do you reckon you've been picked for the Floodlit team?
Absolutely. But Grey College, who Mr. Noam Bolter plays for, got dumped out in one of the earlier stages, didn't you, Noam?
Yeah, we did. To Hartfield, nonetheless. Yeah, we didn't have a good year, but Trebs have had a very good year in Floodlit. Underdogs, of course, but at the moment they're playing very well. And I just want to point out, Ben Parkinson has started to come a bit deeper and trying to get the ball to his feet a bit more. Maybe he's more confident on it. But yeah.
Yeah, just having a bit of rowdy interaction from the fans there behind Noam. Thank you for commenting. We've got Anna and Henry Plumpton. Thank you for subscribing, guys. That really means a lot to us. You're enjoying how the fans are loving the football, so are we. As the ball runs out of play, and sadly Ben Parkinson didn't quite have the legs on him to get there. He would have had to have been Usain Bolt on steroids to get to that, probably. Maybe not Usain, he's getting on in years now. Ben Parkinson certainly is more youthful.
But yeah, youthful and a bright guy as well. Studies engineering here at Durham University. Fantastic guy, Ben Parkinson, brilliant player. Played with him 4 years, been in the twos here at Durham. Fantastic guy and an even better footballer. As Collingwood come, oh, it's a brilliant ball to Hizzett. Chest it down, lovely, really composed. As Hizzett picks his man. And absolutely skies one over the bar. Cheers to that, Hizzett.
Yeah, it seems like you might want to talk about Arsenal recently. One of their tactical innovations has really been pushing the central midfielders high. And we've seen Tom Hizzett really advance during the course of this game. He's getting towards the edge of the area. He's had a couple of long shots. He's definitely turning the cogs. I think now we will turn to Joe Harston, the Platinate Sport Floodlit reporter, very briefly, just to give us his thoughts on the game.
Yeah, hello everyone. So that first half, I must admit, I only saw it going one way. Collingwood for the first maybe 25 minutes, absolutely all over them. But Trev's fighting back and getting a goal against the run of play, courtesy of Alex Baptist. Expertly finished from him. And then, of course, just as we got towards half-time, there was an equaliser. I could see more goals coming in this, but I'm still backing Collingwood. I'm expecting another I'm expecting maybe a 2-1, 3-1 kind of result. So, Luke?
Yeah, Collingwood have won a free kick in a really good position. It's shooting range, but I do expect to see a cross into the box. Collingwood have got both the centre-backs up the pitch, and this could be a really good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, Jack Kamada hovering over the ball, no competition from his teammates for it. He's got to have a crack here, surely. Played in, Bavnani takes a fall. Good header away there from Trevelyan. Freddie Merritt just playing the ball back. Long ball over, but the liner's flag is up. I really do question that offside decision. However, having been a linesman before, you see things that other people aren't watching for. Ben Rochford.
It's a question offside. I'm more questioning you as a linesman, to be honest. Right, just looking at the comments here. Yes, Caitlin, that is me. Ben Parkinson, no, I don't. He's not single. I think his girlfriend's from Sheffield Uni, I believe. He's been down visiting her a few times. As he turns her on the ball again, he's everywhere at the minute, Parky. Colin would get the throw. No, but answer your question, Parky isn't single, but he's a damn good footballer.
Yeah. Well, he'll be hoping for just a single goal would do him. As he's on the ball right here, what can he do? I think he's really improved during the course of this game. Oh, tricky feet there. Matt Louis. Oh! It's a fantastic goal from Oliver Flint. Would you believe it? I don't think anybody saw that coming as he gestures to the crowd to cheers from Collingwood. Max Watson beaten. Oh! Oliver Flint. It was Oliver Kilvington, I'm being told, but they have the same number on their shirt, which is why. Please do forgive me now, I'm Bolter. My word, I was looking at the shirt number, not the man.
Yeah, very good goal there. He won the ball in midfield and just took 2 players on. And he finished it from outside the box, just slotted it into the left-hand side corner, and the keeper had no chance. Very good individual goal there.
Yeah, fantastic goal from Kilmer there. Showed his real class in the midfield. Composure, took it around the man, and absolutely slotted it. Collingwood 2-1. Trevs are going to have to really dig deep now to come back in this game. Here comes Billy Clark down the right, the ginger wizard. What can he do? It's a good ball into the box, and it is well defended. But yeah, Trevs are going to have to find something here, as Collingwood are going to grow in confidence as every minute passes.
I do apologise for the faulty commentary on the goal. Please do forgive us. We didn't have very long to prepare for this game. We only received the team sheets yesterday. And trying to memorise the faces of players is not the easiest, as it is Collingwood 2, Trevelyan 1. Thank you for your comments. Somebody saying they love Alex Baptist. That's very nice. Thank you for saying the commentators are doing a good job. Hopefully your trust in us has not been compromised by the miscalled goal. As Collingwood, what can they do here? Yeah, very nice work from Flint. And Ben Parkinson just driving through there. He was dropping deep to reclaim the ball. Ball kept in play by Oliver Flint. And the ball recycled all the way back to Richard Brooks to restart. And then Freddie Merritt with a nice ball through to Billy Clark. Just lacing the ball around nicely. Here's Ollie Smallridge on the flank. What can he do? 1-2 with Bavnani.
Oh, that's brilliant play by Smalley. Really, real composure on the left-hand side. Referee's blown it. It's gone in. Yeah, it is a foul. It is a foul. Lovely link-up play from the two housemates, Ollie Smallridge and Jay Bavnani. Smalley wearing his typical headband tonight. No idea why he really needs it, but anyway, he does wear it. It's kicking off here at Maiden Castle as the Trevs Collingwood fans are getting a bit rowdy. Are they singing too early? Potentially. You know? We still have 25 minutes to play. Lots. 25? Oh, fantastic. Got lots of time.
Yeah, a bit more than 25 minutes. Just want to say thank you for the comments. We're seeing Laura saying that she's rooting for Trevs all the way from Spain on an Erasmus year. I hope you're enjoying that, Laura. It'd be nice if this was being played in Spain. It'd be a bit warmer for us. Luckily, we haven't dropped the microphone with the cold hands. Well, we love the Smalley headband from Jake Fabling. Thank you for that, Jake.
I think Smalley should bring out the headband, you know what I mean? The Smalley headband. It'd sell in seconds, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Good ball into the box. Oh, chance. Oh.
Yeah, our view is currently obstructed of play. The stewards need to move a few of these people out of the way. They've been doing a fantastic job here, though, the stewards tonight. Absolutely no criticism as the ball's in the box. Trevelyan just trying to work an open there, but it was ping pong of headers around the box. And that'll be right through to Richard Brooks. Collingwood leading 2-1 here after around 57 minutes on the night. In 4 encounters with Collingwood teams this year, Trevelyan have not won any. They have drawn 3, only lost once, because Collingwood actually have 4 teams in the Premier Division. 4 teams, that is how good they are as a college. And the Liners flag is up again. Noam Bolter gesticulating there. He wasn't too happy, and I think we can agree. Well,
yeah, the Linos put his flag up there for the man coming. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Smallridge coming over on the left-hand side. He was offside, but he wasn't interfering with play. And therefore, the person who did get the ball, he was absolutely fine. He ran. His run was late. I think it's a really poor decision from the linesman there.
Thank you for that, Joe Harston, Platinate Sport Floodlit reporter.
He's the Peter Walton of Platinate TV, isn't he? He really is. As Trev starts to fight back here in this game. We could be looking at some substitutions in the next 5 or 10 minutes, really, as players begin to tire. Statman Cam, no, Gawley hasn't been subbed. He's gone absolutely missing in this second half. But they really need the likes of, need the likes of Gawley to step up and find a way they can get this equaliser. There's the ball. It's a good head by Kamada again. And here comes Billy Clark. Dancing through. Will he pass the ball? Yes, he will. Shock. Kilbo again. Warrior. And it's a penalty, Collingwood. Out of nowhere. Even Kilbo looks surprised himself.
Now, Bolter, you're not happy with that decision?
Yeah, well, the ref didn't think it was a pen, but he's listening to his linesman at the moment. Linesman thought that was a foul, but I thought he won the ball there. I thought it was a really good tackle.
Trevs are in tears here at Maiden Castle. As who steps up? It is Jack Kamada steps up for Collingwood. As the referee has a word with the linesman. I don't know if you've seen him, but Owen Gawley's pointed left. Will Kamada put it left? Huge opportunity. Jack Kamada. What a penalty. As Kamada makes it 3-1 here at Maiden Castle and absolutely silences the Trevs fans.
Absolutely. Perhaps a contentious penalty on our replays. I think that it was a giveable decision. I think the studs were slightly up and Oliver Flint was brought down, but perhaps there will be some aggrieved Trevelyan fans. It is 3-1 here. Is the game slipping away from Trevelyan? They took the lead in the 36th minute with a cool finish from Alex Baptist. But goals from Tom Hizzett, Oliver Kilvington and Jack Kamada have brought Collingwood back into the game. Trevelyan do have precedent for coming from behind. They did that in the semi-finals against John Snow. They were 2-0 down at half-time. Then they went and won on penalties 5-4. They have a fighter's spirit and they're going to need to tap into that this evening. As the ball is played out wide to Oliver Smallridge. just inside the Trevelyan half, but well recovered. As the referee blows for the Trevelyan free kick. Thank you for joining us here on PalTV. My name's Luke Power. I'm joined tonight by Noam Bolter, Ben Rochford, and very occasionally a man who's taking down a lot of notes for his match reports, Joe Harston. Do please subscribe, leave a comment. We want to hear from you. Please go and get at us on Instagram, PalTV UK, as the ball's lofted into the box. It was a nice free kick from Owen Gorley, but sadly Trevelyan couldn't make the most of it. You do wonder why he wasn't in the box. He's quite a big boy, Gorley, the central defensive midfielder. As we're just... Oh, that wasn't nice there. Do we need a bit more rough and tumble in this game? No, is that what Trevs need? I mean, it didn't pay off for the penalty call, but in midfield, do we just need them to assert themselves a bit more?
Yes, 100%. Trev just can't let Collingwood keep the ball. They need to make it a bit rougher. They need to put some challenges in. They need to be more assertive in the middle, man-for-man marking. Oliver Flint at the moment has way too much time on the ball whenever he gets it, and they're almost in again. It's just way too easy for Collingwood.
Yeah, Tom Hizzett just driving into the box with the run from deep there, but he couldn't get on the end of the ball. I think we are seeing it getting quite bogged down in midfield. Freddie White under challenge there, but he's back on the ball now. Freddie White recycles it back to Owen Gorley. I think what we will do is send a man on a mission. I think Joe Harston, would you be able to go and survey the crowd, see who's got more fans out here this evening, see if there are any pom-poms? I saw some pom-poms for the women's game before. Mr. Harston will come back blistering with details of the support this evening. Flint there with the ball at his feet, but he won't be keeping hold of it. It'll be a Trevelyan free kick. Ben Rochford has returned from where?
Just on fan duty, Luke. Just signing a few autographs of some platinate lovers, keen platinators. Platinate? I've literally made that up. Platinators. Wow, that's a new one. That platinators. You've got believers and you've got platinators. You know. So head away as Bavnani heads it. Gorley's actually dropped to centre half there. He's dropped back in, which is quite surprising. If I'm Trevs, I'm putting further up the field as he dances through. It's a goal kick. The referee is giving them absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like losing their shape slightly, or if there's been a big tactical reshift. I mean, we're seeing Patrick Proctor on the right-hand side there, in right back. That was where Callum Cosgrove was before. Owen Gorley's dropped into centre half. Callum Adamson, who was right centre back, he's left centre back. We've seen just a bit of a shift from Trevelyan. We're not exactly sure why. Joe Harston has returned bearing anecdotes, and he says that it's roughly even support here tonight. Is it even support in the comments? Only you can let us know.
Smalley, that was absolutely shocking. Couldn't control it. Maybe if he took that headband off, he might be able to control it. You never know.
You refer to him as Smalley. He's Ollie Smallridge, but it has Pipe on his shirt. What's the story behind Pipe?
The rumour is he just has a very small pipe. That's all I heard. But I'm sure wherever she is, Miss Araminta can confirm that.
Well, maybe if the celebrations get too wild, we will discover the pipe. We would have to turn the cameras off, however. We certainly don't want any of that on PalTV. What we do want is sumptuous football, not sumptuous pipes. Oh, and now it's Collingwood on the break. He's got options here, but it's a shot.
Oh, what a goal, Flinty! Look at him, those legs. Flinty, that is outstanding. He picks the ball up, shrugs off the defender, has all the time in the world, and picks his spot. Ollie Flint, what a man. Great goal up the Collingwood.
It's almost an exact replica of this goal that Clementon scored 10 minutes ago. Oliver Flint picks it up in midfield, drives forward, nobody's pressing him, he's got all the time in the world, and he picks the same spot as Clementon to the keeper's right, and the keeper got a slight touch but he couldn't keep it out.
Yeah, Kilvington will be very proud of Flint for replicating him. And it's 4-1 now here in the Floodlit Cup final. Trevelyan took the lead. The game just slipping away from them now. Let us know in the comments, what do they need to do better, Trevelyan? I think they could have closed down Flint more there. Obviously, he had options. I think Collingwood really spread across the defensive line there. Distracted Trevelyan, but there was no pressure on him. And we've seen from midfield, we've seen Kilvington with the long shots, we've seen Flint. It was disappointing defending, in my opinion, from Trevelyan, but nothing to take away from Oliver Flint. An excellent strike from the man. I would say straight from the training ground. I never scored a goal like that on the training ground. Then again, my name isn't Flint. Collingwood are top of the college sports table, just to give you a bit of context. Trevelyan are actually 11th in the overall college sport table. Collingwood having amassed about 4 times the number of points, and they're currently on 4 times the goals this evening at Maiden Castle. The pitch maybe drying up a bit now. We did have some rain before. As we're in play, Tom Hizzett, what can he do with the ball? Nice ball through there. But it's solid hands from Max Watson. You know what? He might have conceded 4 goals, Ben Rochford, but I think Watson, solid goalkeeper this evening.
Yeah, he has done well. He'll be disappointed there. He will be disappointed. Don't get me wrong. But no, he's made his fair share. He's made his fair share of saves tonight. He really has kept them in it, particularly in the first half. But you know, he's had a bit of a howler there, and he won't be happy with that one when he looks that back later tonight, back in Trev's. But no, you really got to feel for the Trev side now. The class is really coming out in Collingwood as they begin to dominate this game. As we move into the last 20 minutes of the game, I think Collingwood are bringing on a sub here. As they begin to slow this game down.
Yes, maybe about time for a change. I guess we'll see who it could be. We'll see who's come on. We're not entirely sure as of yet, but could be a variety of people. Maybe Daniel Shulakov, potentially. Yeah, so he is number 9, as Ben Parkinson was. Seems to be a like-for-like replacement. Nicknamed Shuldog on his shirt. What can Pipe do here? Shuldog with his first. Oh, and he's brought down. That was a late challenge there. That was a late challenge.
Goalie's about 10 years away from getting that ball. Parky just too quick for him. Colin with a really good opportunity here to make it 5-1 and really rub salt into the wounds. Again, Parky just dynamite there. Too quick. As Kilvale looks to line this up. He could shoot here. The angle, it's a very acute angle. But Ollie Kilvo, good save, comes back out. And you can tell he's been on the bench. Very rusty from Shully there as he blazes it over the bar.
Yeah, it was Jay Bavnani who was subbed, not Ben Parkinson, so it was Parkinson on the left flank there. So an attacking substitution Jay Bavnani, whose night has come to an end. And he could have been on the score sheet. He had several chances in the first half, but he wasn't able to capitalise on them. But he was a threat. He kept Max Watson busy. There we see Shalakov. He'll be playing in the central role. Ben Parkinson on the left. Well one there, but Hizzett wasn't able to make the most of it. As we're on the right-hand side with Oliver Flint. And playing the ball over to Oliver Smallridge on the left-hand side. Shuldog does have his hands up, but no cross on this occasion. Nice ball through there. Can Smallridge put one in? Pressure on him, but he's done well. Surely Kamada wouldn't have scored that on the volley. That would have been quite a stupendous goal. As the ball's in from Billy Clark. Good save, good acrobatics, but there's trouble here, and it's out for a corner from Watson. A bit of a comical save, but he got the job done. Fantastic work from Watson with the first save, and then he was a bit creative with the second one, but the only thing that matters is that the ball is not nestling in the back of the goal. It is 4-1 so far this evening with about 18 minutes still to play. Collingwood 4, Trevelyan 1.
Yeah. If Trev want to get back into this game, they have to get a goal very, very soon. Because they don't have much time left, 18 minutes. And Collingwood have another corner. It's going to be an in-swinger from Clark. It's gone high into the box. And it's been cleared.
What can Trevelyan do on the counter? There's a nice loft from Baptist. The Trevelyan break, but it's nicely cleared up. Collingwood under pressure here. What can they do? Maybe somebody can move the fans out of our way so we can see what's going on. Maybe Joe Harston will. Our view is severely obstructed here. We do apologise for that, but at least you'll be able to see what's going on camera. We are over the seated capacity this evening, so we do understand. But we do have a visual obstruction to play with this evening. Nothing like a bit of adversity. Speaking of adversity, Trevelyan only have about 16 minutes to claw back 3 goals. It's going to be an uphill battle for them. Let us know in the comments if you think they'll be able to do it. As Parkinson cuts inside. And now Trevelyan on the break. And the ball is completely out of our view here. Out of the viewer's view for a moment as well. But Collingwood sustaining pressure now as they advance up the pitch. Ben Rochford, thoughts?
Yeah, the Collingwood are really starting to dominate here now. Trev's starting to show some fight. As they come down the right-hand side, plays it back. It's a really good strike. It's a fantastic strike, and it's very unlucky. Brooksy had it covered all day long, but it's all Trev's have kind of looked like in the past 5 or 10 minutes, really.
Absolutely. As Matty Grasso, one of our backroom staff, is sent over to try and clear some of the fans. Let us know in the comments what you're thinking of the game. It has been a feisty one. Obviously we saw the penalty that was converted by Jack Kamada, and we have what looks like a substitution. Harry Senior and Owen Gawley have been replaced by Dan Gregorick, and I haven't caught sight of the number of the other, but we will soon see. Kanoa Sato Smith, he was part of the team in the semi-finals. Probably one of those players just on the periphery this evening. You know, when you're the first substitute to come on, you could have been the last man on the team sheet for the starter. He'll probably be thinking, what difference could I have made in defensive midfield? But I do find it somewhat strange that Trevelyan had made the defensive substitutions. Then again, they only have one striker on the bench. You see Lekbir. They also have a winger on the bench, Matthias Davila, all the way from Ecuador.
I think it's just scrambled thinking, Luke, at this stage in the game. They've been demoralised for the majority of this second half, and I think it's a good ball in. Oh, and Smalley can't get his head on it. Probably good, given that he's wearing that headband. It's probably not safe for Smalley to head that ball. So good on you, Smalley, for missing that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us wherever you are. We're aware some are in the college bars as Smallridge takes the throw. But well dispossessed there. What a difference from Kanoa Sato Smith, the substitute. What can he... Oh, he's brought down. That was poor. Referee! I think that was a foul. That was definitely foul play there. Kanoa Sato Smith, impact substitution. I was saying it's a defensive substitution, but maybe he has skills on the ball. Maybe he can do something. And Dan Gregoric there just hoofing the ball back up. Is there something left in the tank for Trevelyan this evening? Is there a pot of gold under the rainbow that they can't quite see at the moment? Maybe just a goal could get them back into it. There's 12 minutes to go. It's a big ask for Trevelyan, but they are certainly well supported this evening, so maybe they can be driven on. The crowd have gone quiet for a bit though at the moment. As ball is now with Shulakov. He has Parkinson waiting. He has Smallridge waiting on the left flank. Parkinson in the middle. It's Ollie Smallridge! Just wide of the goal.
Ollie Smallridge can't finish his dinner. Shocking.
We will have the corner that he's earned. Good save from Max Watson. He's been a stellar goalkeeper this evening. As the ball's headed away. But the danger isn't cleared yet. And I think a couple of people in the stands thought the goal had gone in there, but no. It is a free kick. Well, goal kick from Trevelyan's goal for Max Watson. And that's a strong kick for this stage of the game. Usually the keeper's legs tire. But he's all the way back over to Richard Brooks with it. Fantastic ball through there, but just deflected into the hands of Watson. We only have about 11 minutes left here tonight. Maybe a couple of minutes of stoppage time. But apart from that, well, Collingwood are sailing to yet another title. They won in 2017, they won in 2018. They could have won in 2020, but their final was cancelled.
But they didn't win in 2016 to the hands of the mighty Steve-O. I will say that. Bit before my day, Luke. Before our day even, yeah. But
were you even born then?
Yeah, I was
babyface Rochford.
The babyface Rochford. But wasn't quite my time yet. But no, they do look like they're sailing to another Floodlit victory here. As the game kind of peters down, we've seen some lads. Paul Koff is gone as he begins to do some stretching. Yeah. Very mature that. Thank you. It's another kick up the field. Freddie Merritt again, an absolute rock at the back. Freddie's first year here at Durham has been a remarkable one. Scored in the game, the charity game against Loughborough. The new vice captain of DUAFC. And now on his way to winning his first ever Floodlit for Collingwood. As Parky wrestles with the right back here, and Trevs collect the ball. Down the right-hand side. The view is aggressively obstructed.
Yeah, the ball just flew in there. We had no idea who from or where from. We cannot see, either with the camera or with our eyes. Yeah, what will Callum Adamson be making of this game, the Trevelyan captain? It's a shame for his team, they did take the lead. He's a primary school teaching trainee. He would have been hoping that Trevelyan could have taught Collingwood a lesson or two tonight, but unfortunately it doesn't look like they have, as we are in the final 10 minutes of the game. And maybe we can just have a bit of a wander to try and get a better view. Can't stray too far. There is a substitution. A double-digit number coming on. Missed opportunity there. With the ball recycled back in for Trevelyan. Can they get a head on it? Good chance here. Well cleared, high cleared. And that'll go out for a Trevelyan throw-in. You do get the sense that the game is ebbing away from them, don't you, Noam?
Yeah, they did 3 goals in the space of about 3 minutes. That's a goal a minute. Could they do it? Potentially, but it's not very likely. Credit to them. They've been really good since the last goal went in. They've kept composed, but here's Bailey on the attack again. He's taking players on, running down the wing. He's crossed one in, just a bit short.
Had Parkinson and Shalakov in the middle there, but neither of them were able to get the goal they craved. Neither team really asserting themselves at the moment. But now Shalakov recycles the ball. Over to Freddie Merritt, great distributor of the ball. What can Kamada do? It's a nice ball into the middle. Well cleared though from Patrick Proctor. Canelo Sato Smith on the ball here with the long ball to absolutely nobody. But Canelo Sato Smith, I think he's come on and he's had a decent impact. He hasn't been on the ball too much, but what he has done has generally been good. And he would have been hoping that he could have made the difference for Trevelyan.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of strength and is showing a bit of aggression, something that Trevs have been lacking in midfield this evening. So he's been very, very good in there since he's come on.
Yeah, just having a comment from Clemmy Watson, brother of Xavier Watson. Thank you for your support, we do really appreciate it. I will remind you people, please subscribe. Let's try and get to 1 million subscribers by the end of the night. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? And you do get the luxury of leaving a comment if you subscribe. That's the rule. I didn't make it. But if you want to subscribe, please do. As Collingwood win the ball back. Just trying to get out of their own half. Trevelyan just ramping up the pressure here. Richard Brooks in his multicoloured goal kit. Freddie Merritt playing the ball out wide. Oh no! Well, what do you make of that, Ben Rochford? Watson down.
It's a fantastic ball through. Actually, I'm just in front of the line here, so he was on side. It's a fantastic ball through. Just unfortunately caught him a bit late. But what about another great ball through? And another good opportunity here. But yeah, as we enter kind of the last 5 minutes of the game, Collingwood really asserting their dominance now as they begin to win every ball and generally control the tempo of the game. Hi guys. And that kind of sums up Trev's night, to be honest. It really does, particularly their second half. A dragged shot to the left with no real authority in that shot. As Brooksy calmly places the ball on the floor and plays it out to Freddie Merritt.
A raindrop did just land in my eye there. Has picked up a bit. Fantastic ball over to the left-hand side. But Watson was well off his line. Plays the ball out to Mr. Patrick Proctor now, Kanoa Sato Smith. He'll be looking for an opportunity to play the ball forward onto the right flank. Can Trevelyan get a cross in? Appeals for a corner there, but the referee signals that it is a goal kick, and I'm sure Richard Brooks will just try and wind the clock down a bit here. Not that they're in imminent danger, but they'll probably just want to take their time. You did see us on the screen a minute ago. We did give you a little wave. You can watch the full game back again on YouTube, exactly the same link. So if you haven't quite had enough of our voices and you want to be lulled to sleep by them every night, well, you can. The soothing tones of Ben Rochard, Noam Bolter, Joe Harston, and the not so soothing tones of myself, Luke Power. As Collingwood are back on the attack here. Ball out wide, but it's a fantastic sliding challenge from Patrick Proctor. I think he's really stepped up in the second half of this game. He's taken some ownership of that right back position. There will be a Collingwood corner as we enter the very final minutes of the game. Please do wave back at the crowd. Not that they'll be able to see you on the stream. You can sense the anticipation now. You can also sense the disappointment as we have the Collingwood corner. Ball in from Billy Clark. Just over the bar. Goal kick.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball into the box by Billy Clark. Just can't make that header connect, really. As we enter the last 2 minutes of the game, I've really enjoyed watching Collingwood tonight. Real dominant performance, particularly in the second half. Really taking the opportunities well. I must say I was rather sceptical after the first half performance. Missed a few chances, but I really think that Tom Hislett goal at the end of the first half really gave him a good chance to go ahead in the second half. I think it's what they needed, and I think it prevented them from kind of chasing the game in the second half, which would have been a real battle for them in front of a kind of a dominant Trevs back four. But since they got that goal, they've really kind of Trevs have had to come out and play, and it's been tough for them, I must say.
Yeah, a night that they would have hoped could have gone differently, as we do have the Trevelyan corner here. But nice hands there from Richard Brooks as he distributes the ball out wide. And now Collingwood come on the counter-attack. There's options here, but they're driving. Is it going to be a goal? No, it's not. No, it's not. Blazed over the bar. And that's the full-time whistle here. Collingwood College become Floodlit Cup champions as there is now the pitch invasion. A historic moment we've been waiting 3 years for. Trevelyan in their first ever Floodlit Cup final couldn't quite meet the challenge, but they gave it absolutely everything. But it was a well-earned victory from Collingwood College. We will be over on the pitch maybe in a while to have an interview or two with the players. We will let them celebrate. But Ben Rochford, what do you make of that game?
Like I said, fantastic game. Particularly great first half for Trevs, but as I say, Collingwood in that second half really showed their dominance, and Trevs were no match for them really. They took their chances really well. Fantastic penalty from Jack Kamada. Ollie Flint with a brilliant strike, and as I said, Collingwood just showed their class really and just outdid Trevs.
Yeah, so Trevelyan did take the lead, but goals from Hislett, Kilvington, Kamada and Oliver Flint. And there you can see the passion, there you can see the exultation from Collingwood College. My oh my, what an evening we've witnessed here. What an evening. Thank you for joining us at PalTV. The evening isn't over yet. We're going to be having some interviews with some excitable people, maybe some slightly disappointed people from Trevelyan, but A lot of the fans heading out now. Shout out to everybody in Collingwood College for watching. Shout out to everybody in Trevelyan. Thank you for the support here at PalTV. We really hope you've enjoyed the evening. Do make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this in the future. I'm sure Collingwood fans will. You just won the Floodlit trophy. Trevelyan, very rightly there, did win the Floodlit trophy alongside South College in the women's game before, as pointed out by one of the fans. So Trevelyan definitely don't have to be too upset this evening, and it was very well played from their team as they gave their absolute all but succumbed 4-1. You know what? It might just be time to maraud. Should we try and go and pick up an interview or two? How far can we take the microphone? 25 metres. Ooh la la, we're on a bit of a leash, but who wants to join me? We're going to go and try and find somebody. Let's wander into the abyss of Maiden Castle. Let's see who we can find. They'll probably want to celebrate with the fans for a while. Perhaps it'll be a Collingwood fan who will want to speak first. The players look like they'll be getting a team photo. Congratulations to Team Durham for putting on such a fantastic evening. It does take a lot of work. There had been worries about unruly fans in previous fixtures, but this evening it has been wonderful, passionate but moderate support. Nothing abusive or anything like that. That's what we like to see. Is that Quentin Sloper? Is that Quentin Sloper? Do you fancy an interview live on PalTV? He'd be very happy. All the way from Team Durham. We'll just move over to the cameras. We'll try and grab somebody from Collingwood in a bit. But we'll have Quentin Sloper here in front of camera. Do you just want to tell the audience, obviously, first of all, who you are, what you have to do with sport in Durham?
Quentin Sloper, Director of Student Enrichment, and part of my role is to oversee sport at Durham University.
Absolutely, and what do you make of the evening that we've seen here?
Brilliant atmosphere, really good game. The first half, you really couldn't have worked out who was going to take the trophy. Clearly, second half was a little bit more one-sided, but I think both teams should be very proud, and just a great evening despite the weather.
Absolutely, well, we were wondering, will we be even able to get our setup together? But we managed to get on the commentary here. Thank you for helping us out. And yeah, so deserving winners, Collingwood.
I think definitely deserving winners. It was great to see the ladies match beforehand as well, see the trophy shared out. And yeah, brilliant to see you guys here. The fact that we can now live stream and showcase it to the college bars, I'm told some of them are full, is absolutely brilliant, and hopefully we can do a whole load more next year.
Absolutely. Thank you, Quentin. I'll let you get on with your night. High five. There we go. Thank you for joining us here on PalTV. We'll try and grab an interview or two. Is this fella wanting to get on camera?
I'm the Collingwood!
What are you interviewing about?
So, we are live on PalTV. Who were you here? But I'm guessing Trevelyan.
We were sadly supporting Trevelyan.
It must have been a devastating evening, but what do you make of it? It was a good performance from your team.
Played very, very well. The referee was a bit iffy.
Bad.
Referee was.
You didn't like. Why didn't you like the referee?
No, he made some good calls, but he also made some bad calls.
More bad calls.
More bad calls than good.
Do you disagree with the penalty decision?
I very much disagree with the
100%. Penalty was not.
May I say it was nothing. It's nothing against the FA when I say this, but I disagree with the penalty decision.
Referee was not aware of.
And now we have some intrusion on camera.
It's another intrusion.
Cristiano Ronaldo here with us this evening. You wouldn't expect to see him at Floodlit. You'd think he has other things to do. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And I do hope you enjoyed the rest of the night. Any final comments?
Not a penalty. TCFC are the moral winners.
The moral. May I ask, who were you supporting tonight?
We are completely objective here at PalTV. It's nice to see the trophy shared out. I myself am from Grey. So.
Oh, I see. Who do you think then had the better support from a neutral perspective?
Who had the better?
Who had the better support?
Oh, surely Trevs.
I think it was pretty even.
Oh, come on.
It's
got to be.
However, the face paint, we're a big fan of.
Thank you.
We're going to now grab some interviews. I think we'll hand over to Ben Rochford to take them.
Oh, yes.
Just looking down into that camera. Have a couple of interviews with the victors this evening.
Blue Army.
Thank you, Luke. Yes, we're joined here by Ollie Flint and Matthew Lewis. Flinty, come to you first. Thoughts on the game?
Tough. They gave us some grief, made it hard for us, but in the end, we got the win, and that's what we needed. And this is the reaction we're getting.
Come on, Lewis. Come on there. Lewis, we'll come to you. What's your thoughts on the games?
Yeah, it was a good game. Bit of a ropey start. Yeah. What a finish by Baptiste.
To be honest, when Baptiste scored, I was worried. I thought, you know what, you're going to go 1-0 down.
Recollections of Steve-O.
Well, they've got they've gone 1-0 up and thought, you know what, this is going to be an uphill battle for you lot. But yeah, you came through in the end.
We had loads and loads of chances, so there's no drama from the end.
TCFC! Flint, come to you. Really good goal in the second half. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I picked it up. Saw a bit of space in front of me. I thought, you know, I'll go for it. You know, and the reaction of the crowd kind of revealed how good the goal was. I'm happy with it, and yeah, we'll look to build this momentum onto next year and the next few years and keep this trophy.
It's good to see spirits.
Yeah, it really is. It's good to see. It's good to see Collingwood having a good night here. Boys, cheers for joining me.
See you in a bit, Rochi.
Boys, I'll see you. Can't.
You might have just heard the swearing from Ben Rochford there. Hello, who are you?
TCFC Social Sec.
The Social Sec. What did you make of this evening? Let's get you on camera. Do you mind?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely. We'll just come over here. Theo and Taylor on camera. Thank you for your work this evening. What's your name?
I think we've done. This is the first time Chelsea been in the final of the Floodlit Cup ever. It's been an amazing. It's been amazing for us. We've gone through all the stages.
Absolutely. Were you there for any of the other games?
Of course. I've been to every single one.
And what do you make of the cup run?
Cup run. It's been amazing. We've played the best we've ever played, and I can't. The boys have done amazing. That's what we saw on the pitch as well at full time, because Collingwood is the biggest football club in Europe against Trev's one of the smallest colleges in Durham. We've done absolutely amazing. There's nothing to be ashamed about there.
You have.
It's absolutely amazing. What we've done, there's nothing to be ashamed about at all.
Definitely a night to be proud of for Trevelyan. Do you have any final words to the people potentially in Trev's Bar watching on?
Trev's Bar.
Very nice.
What? All I've got. Oh, Zophie.
That's very cool. Who are you? You can have an interview. What's your name?
Steve.
Steve, what did you make of tonight, Steve?
Well, I'd say it was a good game in the first half, but we got unlucky. Trev's got unlucky.
Trev's got lucky.
Trev's got unlucky.
I was going to say, it wasn't that lucky for Trev's.
Controversial. I would personally say, lad, that Collingwood should not be allowed. So, in all
controversial. Why shouldn't Collingwood be allowed?
Shall I speak facts?
Speak what you need to say.
I'll speak facts. So, in all the other floodlits, yeah, there's a limit on DE players. Why not in football? Why not in football?
Well, we can't answer that, but I'm sure Team Durham have good reasons for the regulations.
So in every other sport.
We can't answer that question here at PalTV.
I'll say again. In every other sport, there's regulations on how many DE players you can have. Why not in football?
No.
Some heated views here from Trevelyan College fans. Thank you so much, though. It's been magnificent to have you join us. Any final thoughts?
All we have to say, fuck the regulations.
Excuse me. Sorry for the bad language there, viewers.
never mind how many D places away, doesn't matter. Trevor College, the first time in 60 years, we've managed to get into the final. We've done ourselves proud. It don't matter what the score, it's going to be 10-0. That doesn't matter. We've been in the final. Get Baptist in there.
Alex Baptist, goal scorer on the night. A fantastic goal it was as well. Thanks for joining us. What are your thoughts after the game?
Well, I think obviously their quality showed in the end. But for 10 minutes we dreamed, and it was a fucking brilliant game. Sorry for swearing.
It's okay. Well, enjoy your night. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Baptist. We do apologise for the swearing. Sadly, they're not puppets. I don't control their mouths. But I hope you understand it is a passionate evening on both sides this evening. And Alex Baptist definitely showed his class this evening. Does that wrap up our broadcast? I think we will have some of our people who've been operating the cameras and the computers this evening. We've also got our man Wadwa in the control room somewhere inside Maiden Castle. But this is the team. This is the team who make this happen. To be honest, it's not me. It's these guys. James Tillotson, station manager. Any words?
I think it was a good game. Slight chaos at the end there. I'm glad that you guys took the time tonight to watch PalTV. I can hear myself in my own ear, which is really weird. Thanks, Luke, for your amazing commentary. Thanks for all the camera operating, and thanks, guys, for watching here PalTV tonight. We had almost 100 people watching tonight. We know that you guys over in the Collingwood bar have been watching. It's great to have your support. We're looking forward to seeing you next time here on PalTV live from Maiden Castle. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
And good night.